his own partner and show that after all, the black man is capable of managing the whole affairs. African is ready to fight his own battle and show that after all, the black man is capable of managing the whole affairs. African is ready to fight his own battle and show that after all, the black man is capable of managing the whole affairs. African is ready to fight his own battle and show that after all, the black man is capable of managing the whole affairs. African is ready to fight his own battle and show that after all, the black man is capable of managing the whole affairs.
bache mado we zona mi va we bati vi pe Ŋdi Wɔna kple gɔmedzeƒe Tony Mark-Boye enye we zo to na mi ve egba pe Ŋdi Wɔna kple gɔmedzeƒe me tso mɔkpɔkpɔ atsɔ da kpe ne Reeds Stitches be wo dɔ ya nam wo we dɔ tsɔ nam tɔxɛ ɖe ale akpe na mi ke me tso mɔkpɔkpɔ akɔ da kpe ne miaƒe megbedɔ katã yo tso kpe ne miatsi kple ga le mɔ vovovo ŋuti ale be miaƒe ŋkuwo kple wɔnawo edu akpem ɖo meda kpe na Muslims Ever Dictionary da kpe na miaƒe ho tsitsina me sia ŋutɔ ŋusẽ wɔ takpe ha me la Member of Parliament Honorable Richmond Edem Kofi Potosu meda kpe na Vola Herbal Clinic kple dɔ katã ke li kplim ale be wɔna mia gbɔ dom ke abele ke mi nyae na mi dza miaƒe wɔna gɔme kple motivational message ɖeka ɖe mi dɔn se mia ɖokuiwo kple motivational quote ɖeka ɖe ke ne mi wɔ mi kpɔna kawo nye nyadzɔdzɔ yiwo ke tso miaƒe amugãŋutɔ mafia ke ne mi zɔ ɖe ŋgɔa mi kpɔna nyadzɔdzɔ gbalẽ mamlɛawo katã ƒe tagbamagbãtɔwo dzi akpɔ ɖa be nya kawoe li yi ke mia ate ŋu ase hã ke ne ese mia ŋkɔa nya be mi le Facebook hã Ewenyigba TV ke kpɔm mi le YouTube ega le Facebook le Ewenyigba TV dzi miawo mi le satellite dzi mi le multi TV dzi hã ta ne se mia ŋkɔ ŋuwo ke na ko be na akpe ɖe mia ŋuti you like share comment so we are across all socials we are Ewenyigba TV ke ne mia kpɔm le social media ne bia kpɔm mi TV dzi hã afi ke na ta kpɔm mi le multi TV dzi kple satellite dzi katã le afima ko ne akpolo instructions alo aleko woleko mia ŋkɔ se all right Mia Ayere Mia motivational message, but very briefly. Welcome you to the transmission. This is Ewenyigba TV's morning edition of shows. Tony Mark-Boye is your host. All right, we start with our motivational message. Always stay true to yourself and never let what somebody says distract you from your goals. Always stay true to yourself and never let what somebody or anyone says distract you from your goals. That's a motivational message for today. Yo, mi je mi ako na goma pele nyakpi meke mi ako zozole nyakpi meke mi ako dunse nyarokyo le egba po kekame jagba na serokyo komo jagba na nyerokyo nyi na klante kuna rokyo lo gbazo nyame mi kenyo peta rojingo mi okunyo popo mi okemi nyam na lokuna no don chonchi la majiji mo to kata ngo se apan ka po la ene nyoname ble ekele libi wa bano magana ni ke gloma mola nya ke gloma molo bo nya batututu le ke te pasa nya to pleto pronto mo kata na te jilopo. So that is how we start our show this morning. Yo mia zora gwa bonka nya jojo ke kamichu ya pe amuganto mafia. Let's look at what are the trendy stories from right here. Nka nya jojo ke cho mia pe unto mafia mia je como cho howide.com nya jojo ka kapare ke cho mia pe unto mafia ke fifia gbala de ka ga sunya shi ke awake Africa ha yo me gbeda ka ta cho mia pe unto mafia ta mi ha oge akopere batonchi le wono paro ke ne bizo somlengwa nya ko nya kawe nye mi ha mia pe chuchu ka to ga ta mi ka ta khlege donc kujibo Ewenyigba TV ya enye TV ya de kelona be ya wodo ple ipa ma wo ta ejona jinami na dem ya pe ajero meta +2332426707773 enye number ike na tewaza +2332426707773. All right, miakbo yinkawe le howide.com India. Amareji be abia we leki attack mommy mi le woto le Hope Polytechnic alo Hope Technical University ame ha amoga yeba poli fuma mi le matagare mi ajiko le jimfuga hostel mi anko say. All right, howide.com VIP Muntaka inspect Aveno collapse building. VIP Muntaka inspect Aveno collapse building. That's a big banner story there. Horeba alo horemu jibo ho ba sasra to so omula veno le not kanishi loko Malcolm goji ha ke Vice President Professor Nana Jeno Pokuajima bele Muntaka Mubarak ikene Minister of Interior Plamo miape oklu ikenye regional minister le again over Sramo Bochondi ke GJA president warns media against reckless practice. GJA president warns media against reckless practice. That June for Ghana National Association for Ghana Journalists Association the president alone no la go kombe ajojo kaka po ajojo kaka la no nyang popo kanu fum basa basa no mama anya ko no nyang. All right, president of Ghana targets investment grade after debt default over le back 2022 sovereign default alo jiru mate khaib sovereign responsibilities ga ka jiru dule amonchi pensioners o plato ikanya haircut didi bifanya ike bomi mi vai dure wa bangbo vai ka to mana nya ko ba gble le beta to ma ke fia to ko plola bo plola beta to ko e ba chacha o chamolam cho UK plato ba dure Belarus be fia mi la claro yo mi la sin den to gashaga ike nya acho tudu koro auduto ahafna me kata ka domia bo ali yo dwa kpolmi kam kan gbayin basa kanova nova dojo plemi nova do kan jiro hafa. All right, Mahama courts Belarus experts in agriculture. Mahama le Belarus e gbogbo na me okenye ncho modern don fio zaza na ble de no trova Ghana va premier chile me pa bete nyama. That's what we have from there. Also, Baumia aid accuses NDC over Penyo X breach. Miracles Abuaji Kenya aid ne Baumia alo Nyangdala na Baumia Bobomba. Apenyo making for X account fee ko e nglo yo susuoro mi nya jojo to chingonglo na jo wulu mi kata mi nglo alo fungi ta ko yo ke mi kata mi cha kala plan ya holo na mo ono kpokhle upere fanya gbomole X ikenya Twitter cha ikenya apoyo makinto amaroba khwesha pasose alwo cho X account ma komulu nanu apoyo makiba me ndamlo ya be fungi fia roto maybe o usafia alabo gare be expo hogama cho nya yo ko gbomola o ye kon problem ta awona ikraba NDC to kwasila nyame nke hanya be Sam George, the Minister of Communication, Innovation and Digital Technology. No program regular City TV. Sam George, we are global. Compromise. I like if you to make me bagger. If a hogama, I will over more pound of fungi. Mongola baye, Mangomina, Ujaba or through Tanai. Like Miracles Abaji, but you makare NDC told you we don't trust you people. You makare NDC told you that Roma hika Sam George and total no ira manya mapamanya mabone. If you want, all right. NDC dismisses ministerial reshuffle speculation. Na joyora kaka the feedback baba onya Sam George le doma. Alaba oganya ma aton ho adan ro ha ko prechi o ro alaba Mahama Troy minister alabo choma yaro director for hokoro choma hokoro ite ba yaro obanya amanamo bara komro enye Ghana katabu to pe balanji gla operento ne indisi yengo bana ke mikona nyama juga marobe what I talking about nyama di indisi ojo respond alo government ojo respond yene indisi respond gede makaile indisi amojo respond ameke sa bana yojo sa bana. That's a whole conversation when it's 8 o'clock. And Ghana evacuates but 2 xenophobia victims. Ghana evacuates batch 2 xenophobia victims. All right. So that's what we have over there. Ghana category over America, older South Africa, Ayabu, Alava, South Africa, Georgia, Anyara, Walla, Ghana, Yonchia, Olo, Ame, Hachuchu, Velia, cover Ghana, Olo, Ame, Hachuchu, Velia, cover Ghana. I think that's big deal. That's big deal, and they are welcome home. Bakarijiwe nyadogu join here. Tamakajiwe ngia overota. Nemi wana omi waro fiera mi bono tatao. Ini deke miakbo aleke Ghana vio yoke by Bufu, the South Africa, or Nyalonchi, Cleporo, or Bledono, Gleto, Yamokata, Olemia Boke. Okuja to a black white Kenyan Minister for Foreign Affairs, Jiruba, the one guy could go on a Ganaba Chakle, but I do call my Obo Blomber, Yubabasha, Bajagawami, Batacho, to Koya Maheva, or put or Wodia, Alaba, Untapopolo, she. Alaba wava akpere tu atutu nchi right ta nyamawe nye po le afia ke President John Dramani Mahama will hold bilateral talks with President Alexandra Grigorevich Lukashenko in Belarus today. The event, which will take place at the presidential palace in Minsk, the capital of Belarus, will precede a high-level bilateral meeting between officials of the two countries. Following the engagement, 4 memoranda of understanding will be signed. The president, who is wrapping up a 4-day official visit to Belarus at the invitation of President Lukashenko, will address a Ghana-Belarus business forum at the presidential hotel later this afternoon. Key participants from Ghana include the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, the Ministry of Agriculture, the Ghana Investment Promotion Center, and the delegation of private sector players. President Mahama, whose visit is aimed at exploring at new frontiers in economic, agricultural, and technological cooperation toward one of the country's largest agro-processing facilities, Savushkin Product joint stock company over the weekend, and the president also visited the Belagro Agricultural Exhibition, where he toured and was introduced to a range of farming and mechanization equipment, food processors, among others. Accompanying the president's advisor and special aide Joyce Bawa Muktari, Minister for Foreign Affairs Samuel Okudeto Ablakwa, Minister of Food and Agriculture Eric Opoku, Chief of Staff Operations Dan Hoysedogbe, and Deputy Presidential Spokesman Shamima Maslin. All right, I made a fear, ni katutu jojom. I came in knowing the fear, malek, bangul fear, and poor feel like me katutu jojom. Le betadu coming to Kokrola, John Dramani Mahama, ele Belarus. Belarus top to Kokrola, Yeki, Benava, Alava, ele Fuma feel like, Fumcho. Aleke wachaka le mo enaro konko nchi alebe miape ganya agblede nyao bele miape modan donkyo plashi chanyao na ayidengo du kokora la fuma ko la fuma kple yo domagaro yo parento ikenya Joyce ba Muktari samokujeto ablakwa ikenya jiru domagake kona kana pa kachacha kple tatu komo ke jiru domagake kona kple nyao ji Eric Opoku amade ke ne jiru dola of the dino jikbola operento stanko se dope bakle nyangdela na to kokolo operento Shamima Moslo wonya meuke ole onchi o shide gagbale o menarete ikana be asichanyao aglede nyao modan dompio ple du kopo ganyao na keketareji ameke penye Belarus to koplora ike panko nye Alexandra Grigorevich Lukashenko da to kopla Belarus e ke mon funfia le miniti via Roma to kopla tak begle asichalao ple to ga ple chiru do pochi le presidential hotel ne Belarusian presidential hotel. So that's the latest we have now. You can get that from www.com. All right, Mia Azorango akpo enyareka varo ha yike nyanya tutula fmafmi agara awik akpo nkanye nyanya jojo gbara awik pe tanya ganganga ke ne emisorangwa ofo ganye aronku jibe minya omojuke ke ameoka kpelemi ati ajo nyoma wo wenye ne amkokpo yo kecho jidudu po tu proper government spokespeople, opposition, Vice President inspects Aveno collapsed building and inspects operations. Vice President Professor Jane Nanopukwajiman on Saturday, 7th June 2026, surveyed the wreckage of collapsed structure of Aveno, joining Minister for the Interior, Honorable Muntaka Mohammed Mubarak, and the Greater Accra Regional Minister to evacuate the crisis response and interface with frontline rescue commanders. And according to briefings delivered by the emergency response teams at the scene, 2 individuals have been extricated alive from the rubble, while specialized units continued painstaking efforts to locate additional persons presumed trapped beneath the debris. The multi-agency operation involving heavy equipment and canine search teams remained active under challenging conditions as daylight broke over the densely populated Accra suburb. And according to the Vice President Opoku-Agyeman, government holds profound concern for all citizens imperiled by the tragedy, and she conveyed heartfelt sympathies to victims and their families enduring the anguish of uncertainty. She lauded the Ghana National Fire Service, the Ghana Police Service, the National Ambulance Service, and the Accra Metropolitan Assembly for their exemplary professionalism, operational discipline, and rapid deployment at the disaster epicenter. All right, that to Koplola, Professor Nana Jeno Poku Ajima, and Aveno, the North Canisian to Mafumai, Chiboho Muramu Jilema, Uram of Jagbara Mom of Olak, of America Hima, Tubo, to Koplola, to Globe, I have Mia Katakule, Miatu. A horror, a secular room chef in a way to hold garage you do break an assembly. I'll Mama Fiacro, Bonglac, Prahotu Yanji, or Dunko, Romake, maybe I got to hope. Boba is a monument, double material, but you go to hold a pump for a dark banner, a punchongo, a dark banner, two dog like a Ponamia, I'm a senyaji, Ovito, Juchido, again, Tomapa Assembly, about Ojababa. O chore domachikata ta ole nyamaja cho echino nyonkra then dimama be vice president bele emchumo over here. All right, so I take one more in a minute miatrore awake African. All right, GJA president warns media against reckless practice. So the Ghana Journalists Association president Albert Kwabena June 4 issued a stern admonition to media practitioners on Saturday, declaring that press freedom must be exercised with exacting responsibility and ethical fidelity. Speaking at the World Press Freedom Day commemoration held at Alisa Hotel on June 7, 2026, Mr. June 4 cautioned against recklessness and unprofessionalism in journalism, emphasizing that liberty of expression imposes commensurate obligations on its custodians. According to Mr. Junfo, press freedom comes with responsibility, and the fraternity must insulate its craft from sensationalism that erodes public trust. Domaga Bona, Ghana Katago to Kaka, O Kaka Lao, where the genealogy of Ghana Journalists Association, Topamaga, Albert Kwabena, Junfo Puncho, Benya Jokaka, Lao no Sunya Jokaka. Le amonye tonche esakla rule bitonchi anon fom agbo fleme anon fom barabara anon fom tamaba butoe anaba to mafana mu albanya dona susumna mu ni anana ba marokra wona yo ya chucho kakala onchita ejebe meshamna se kon ba bloodeli aka blood sha blood play onchi sewe da anyama pleto wowe mi kwala hoide.com na e bi akhlo just go to hoide.com and you get a lot of that. All right, so maybe just one more paragraph. According to the Ghana Journalists Association, the 2026 observance convened editors, newsroom managers, civil society actors, and journalism academics to interrogate contemporary challenges confronting the fourth estate, including misinformation, partisan capture, and the corrosive effects of click-driven reportage. The association underscored that ethical breaches not only imperil professional credibility but also endanger democratic discourse, particularly in an election cycle where the stakes for factual integrity are acute. And according to the Ghana media ethics scholar Professor Audrey Gajepo, who delivered a keynote address on regulatory equilibrium, the profession stands at an inflection point where technological disruption demands renewed adherence to verification, balance, and public trust. We no blo ya blekaba amona seto yo nyane kakau naba mo fitifiti o zanko ya joja kakami tanya tepotutu akparo jiba ni o blom yola olam agbugbo agbronya edokuma onye wo nto odam manya be nya jojo kakapare na hoga cho jiru domakaro ugbo alo nya politicians so tunya halarubo abo tronya agblo ma ahe ngo ivenami odregajepo ihapun lawana mama. All right, Nyagare Awake Africa quickly. Let's go to Awake Africa and let's look what they have there quickly. Don't put you +233 242 670 773 enye nyajojo kakapeke where number you can actually check out premier nyajojo kakapa. All right, Africa Today news quickly. Africa Today news. Japan Mark-Boye defense Mahama administration stability amid NDC flag bearer speculation. Dapa Mark-Boye, I think that should be maybe South Sudan, top a member of parliament. Apuncho, alaba duko ale afoveji, alaba jiruguaha ongoing to bob amabe vero magwabo chino rukuma be makianya flagachola. The Mahama Tepoka Tomaka, and Mamukbana Kachu, Chidudua, Ble, if a Tomakompo Ngoi, Ikayimono Yotom saw. Aguna royal family to petition Mahama, IGP over seized corpse held by divorced wife. Ta Aguna Toma over, I mean, better where in Chile, a strong, but Durava, Makwa Durava, a strong, go bear, young week, and a strong battle, go bear. Yeah, bomba or China, I don't know. Interesting. I'll awake. Africa Today. Sorry, awake. Africa Today. I beg your pardon. Africa Today. All right. The People's Choice. Vanderpoy for NDC National Chairman. Wow. Phenomenal Ni Lante Vanderpoy for National Chairman. Wow. Da ni Lante Vanderpoy no tata jimafia banabe Lante Vanderpoy bakwa jamba ya abliho alabe yazo national chairman fiabe kana katagogo do kwa jimono la Ghana NDC ye nyageta no dakonae Lante Vanderpoy. Interesting. All right, Carlos Ahinkra pushes for MPP grassroots resourcing. Carlos Ahinkra pushes for MPP grassroots resources. Carlos Ahinkra about Mokele NDC party ogun America dopa America chok flag adoreji wo campaign bafu kakapi jiru avajijia no trokorobo. Government reshuffle rumors baseless. NDC debunks fabricated letter warns against detractors. Makbo fifi kwete ikanye balajiklaka ne NDC Bakble chairman Sedun Ketia no Tatalibana or for the Kobo Blombe. A Magroma Jiru throw Tomaga or Damarula Tomapleto Sam George Koyoba Boni Malamu Da Maraka Gadang when a Zangban Mayakum. All right. NDC Vice Chairman hopeful Dr. Segbefia visits affected families. Appeal for emergency support for dam spillage floods communities. NDC Vice National hopeful Dr. Segbefia visits affected families. Appeals for emergency support after dam spillage floods communities. All right, Mekbo etsi yi ke ɖe amewo le Weja ŋutɔme, Wenyigba ŋutɔme elabe woʋu agbo ne dam woʋu kpɔtɔtɔe ke le tsia ŋuti. Eva ɖe amewo, eɖe amewo, ame geɖe ƒe agbewo ƒe kesinɔnuwo ƒe mlɔƒewo katã wonyrɔ ɖe tsi me yoo. Ke Dɔkta Segbefia yi ke gbagba dzem be ye hã yeazu simenɔla kpeɖeŋutɔ ne National Democratic Congress le Ghana katã godo. Eyi afi ma, eva fa akui kple wo he ekpe ɖe wo ŋuti. Egblɔ be fifia yewo ne dukɔ kple ame vovovo ɖe kusimewo kple tɔ dziɖuɖuɖɔ be ne wova va kpe ɖe ame yiwo ke yaya ɖum le Weja ŋutɔ me. NDC Vice National Hopeful Dr. Segbefia visits affected families, appeals for emergency support after dam spillage for flood victims. So these are some of the interesting stories we have here. And don't go to Ŋdi TV for Ŋdi Wɔna here. Bila nyajojo gbalao majom nyakponka nyajojo kle nyaponto amaka Dr. Edem Segbefia ke gbagba jembe yavazu chairman okperento ne NDC yo nyamala fuma ta yumi de kukulo Ghana kata nesi be pekpere hia na mbo de Weja ntome ala be dam echicho dam abara mo mi ka joremia no joji la mapo ntome north ton dying to Rome garang. So many people have been affected. Similar thing is happening here, and there is need for help, according to Doc Segbefia. Doc be muchakone. All right. Mikbo nyajujukmana romera. Michagon geographic sports. Let's move away a little bit from me. Lankeke verema. Namanya ngekavo ngotong hi World Cup gomejeke. Some graphic sports afia jujinam to. So let's start with graphic sports. Let's look at graphic sports. Let's see what we have over there. Give party offensive midfield role. Give party offensive midfield role. Mapo Thomas Party no tatrafia bokola to. So waglombe nona party na no offensive midfield no ball papa titinara abonya moka anu takida matawana mo. GBA presidential race in limbo, vetting stalls, elections date uncertain. All right, nakbogba dana ma akbobo funcho Ghana Boxing Association top bagba ka jemlo be ochan yo fa domaka o ronu makuno matamna mo be okpoba makaweche alabo yo dakonoku na ojekmo ko basra fiare na kamejimo. So that's that. And battle for Black Stars #1, Queiroz must pick keeper who fits game plan. Okay, nakbogba yo okpama mleto ha obo Queiroz ikanye Ghana Black Stars top coach ya gurumbe well back World Cup ya fome mi na manye kodi pe mi na lo tami gbagbasha gbagba jembe Ghana na ruji remata anungono la yo susu dem gbogbombe Queiroz ikanye Ghana kwa coach ya jebe wo cham amanton o no agame ano kelem ano bolu alem plus we. All right, so these are some of the things we have here. Let's look at Daily Graphic quickly. Daily Graphic. Emergency service suspension. Cast doctors, nurses lay down tools in solidarity with CEO. All right, details emerging from the Okomfanoche Teaching Hospital have revealed that the decision to all right, so Jiduru Dobaga Kakponamia La Massanyoji, Dr. Akando, Minta Akando, and Kath of CEO Alo Domaga, Confanoche Teaching Hospital, Topa Domaga, ne yova no puma koshirave da koshirave mama ne va egbo yokuna no malave ya nyaro kurale ko regbe no you're not to emergency service obere amushubo we emergency service ta you to the fa ho ye ko whatever happen onye to he ko kacha bia se ko dókítà o ple nurse vio o han be yo bi jire chiru anchi be o reto ne yo va toma data mo to ego que kana leba commission kaya kana leba commission be ma mo la je solo tromi ai don please ko what na ko nya ne joko ya be shagbo ko strike wo mi ya be amokuku nyonto mi ya be gbona kuge me nya go back to work all right. Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajiman, Vice President Kleto Muntaka Mubarak o rakono tata le fiako akpo be jiwo homa ema bi mekmebi jiwo ko mulo muramoji bi mekmebi ko blogodo amo chima dao o to afu yo ko hona gbeto o hatuma be no ba ko fike gbeto le no mo fam afi covid so ja he la fu ma no bo bo cho ndi church we Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajiman va ya fuma be ya ko mo kejima ke fa people ameyo ke bagbedotom she won so Najima daily graphic is everywhere you go get daily graphic and read. All right, one dead, 2 injured after Accra building collapsed. Yema ta America onye hiku choma America onye hiku ke amavo onye o abivavien o jo hogbagbalama. All right, Stanbic Bank donates 400,000 relief items to NADMO and the quiet strength of EcoBank's resilient balance sheet and all that. So these are promotionals. Okay, Nyazorango. Akbo, the Ghanaian Times. Quickly, the Ghanaian Times. Bigbo Ghanaian Times there. New NTC MD calls for teamwork, ownership. Okay, so Dr. Isaac Okpoti 9, MD, NTC. No, tata FTC topo ka ye ba go mo ye hia me sha na woto me sha for one no akplam that you know the car we or the Nigerian internationally. Government targets 30 million trees in 2026 after exceeding 2025 goal. Kamikbo Emmanuel Ama Kofi Boa Lefia Emmanuel Ama Kofi Boa Lefia gbo mo fifia po ekeba ima yo dwi be achina ni dogoyola yodi apoyama mila achire ka go 30 million dogoyola adon ku garanse to che otumo achomu adon ku jire ahua ahu hojo ala gbegbe aron ku ma haji ahu du komo hojo ala kare ko tawo chi dogo na chiaba meji mi ka kocha na assembly members urere over jo darogo homogbo over Europe. So that is that. Government steps up flood control with new measures. Government steps up flood control with new measures. Kenneth Gilbert J. Emalafima Gromba Fifia, Aleka Chiamurama, and our Jirugako, Adamwe Yarave, Yochoga, Alamonama. Over me to horror, Rudo me to horror, Sanchi Marca to horror, Gota to Mega to horror, Gota Chiomica to horror Chitopo, Mega to horror Tobaum, Gota, Ode Micro, Gota, Mega to Boroka, Gota, when Yachina Boom, to Porto Fiava, you go for. One dead, 3 rescued, VIP calls for enforcement of regulations. Balahago Glombe, Jivo Ekamu, Le Aveno, Venya, Yema, Pojivo Jos, America Kuro, Pemaji, America, Yema Kubo, Amaton, Yema, Woode, Dania, ever Amaton, Danian Times Amaton, Daily Graphic Bamove, Ta Echo, Guy Kamana Yafuma. All right. Rescue efforts being carried out by the 48 Engineers Regiment. Okay, all right. All the GRA intensifies engagement ahead of ITAS rollout. GRA intensifies engagement ahead of ITAS rollout. GRA told you last week on ITAS rollout, if you like. Daily Guide. New anti-gay bill to protect LGBT BTQ promoters, Reverend Tim Fojo. Okay, Reverend Tim Fojo. Opong over say you can but man some for say mola cho bagare NGO you can kushi dopo you can fide ma odopo oba no poncho doncho but man sanchi ba mo no doncho bo no don bo o ngara o woda amreka varole seba meta enye versus Ŋdi MPP toy talk bomba se ho ho ya yo wo le grand le fifi no three chove o choko ene do mahama go no da shete e ya wo ofuchi sa o kliadu le manasa samata to rakobo sabo mu bana bagbele jiwo chidege. All right, Gina Blay kwabena yeboa others get GJA honors. Gina Blay kwabena yeboa others get GJA honors. For abotane GJ Amole GJ Ghana Journalists Association. Please delegate. For abotane Gina Blay ple kwabena yeboa pleto le GJ award ike jile Alisa Hotel. All right. For abotane bunuha ho special recognition. Come you the citation am I equipment citation. That's another day's conversation. All right, CRI backs ID checks for porn sites. CRI backs ID checks for porn sites. Juru do pereka CRI boglombe. Amenacho yope ID card we gala card pleto. Alebe wakbo fe ko ho. Afi na obe awakpo bododo ya kachon na yo kele mi afofun mo gbaja oje oyifa. Atofos named best performing minister. Banabo Atofos minister Kentepo Mawu ayo. 2 dead, several injured in Aveno building collapse. Okay, daily guide in ha bogloma move yeku le jibo e kan bugbo do la Aveno e kan glom la choke ndiam nchi woba amave ku ta amave kwazo and several injured amoka hobia mosubo agbanagbe ta amavo hi yeku alave via ngmakukwa ataka kamre. You're right, the custodian Baumia pledges action on minorities cocoa sector crisis report. Baumia pledges action on minorities cocoa sector crisis report. Balari mo choko in Baumia labo MPP tobo yo bubokun Europe banyo ke baklam la kuku badala onchi. Baumia bo muga bon bana mo chona ne wa zudu kokra na roga chunchi. Joe Wise backs Coca for Ashanti Regional NPP chairmanship. Joe Wise go blomba Coca enya mekeje bozu jimanolane MPP told Ashanti to finance agric ministers in fierce battle over 1.6 billion mystery cash. Bar do Fidagbe, Yikacho Ministry for Agric Bo, Uboglombe, Ministry of Finance Boglombe, Una Gada, Yobe Ocho, 1.6 billion, Oko Gatweha, Gamamoro Ubo, Gasubo, Mevifie, Dora, Masomaso, Ejim, Ministry of Agric, Ministry of Finance. Domagampo Muma la Fuma Dr. Casila to force, Bakle Eric, Opoku, Ope Normatata Malafuma. All right, MPP must have deliberate comeback plan. Gordon Asari Bediaku Bloglombe Ajabe MPP Tonado Ale Katutu was on Yazogi Api Ganatona Chak War Drop Bovatu Koya Bolakwe. Reinstate Casio now minority demands label suspension political scapegoating. Confua noche teaching hospital toba domaga Dr. Pakwesi Bedu no tatale fia wo plombe onye bana no poma ba kaka MPP to uda dokita o no soje kabanto metro Dr. Pakwesu kwesi Bedu bana trova no e pa do panchi no jujong ma la bo baba melo yo party tai NDC to ma pomba melo yo do mo itai wo to ma hamne. Friends of Eric Opoku marks his 56th birthday with donation. Eric Opoku ikanya Minister for Agric ono tata jamafia yo hono o fon o chobonbon araba o nana ro amayo ko hiana la a hope black ton word Eric Okuha. You're right. The source, Victory Bible Church International celebrates 41 years of impact. Mark-Boye, Right Reverend Taki Abono Tatalafia, Ikanye ha Ŋdi Wɔna kple ha gɔmedzela haka Victory Bible Church International hoƒe bla nevɔɖeke etsɔ yi ke va ya woɖo azã ke wo dometɔ yiwo ke le xɔ fia wo kpe ta le flata lɔƒe fi ma ale be le woƒe chɔchia gãtɔ le fia ko hã woɖo azã le fia. All right, DMB receives minorities report on cocoa new policy next. Dr. Mahamudu Baumia MPP tɔwo ƒe gbalẽ ke wotsɔ nɛ be enye kuxe ke nagbledela koko gbledela ƒe kuxewo ewoe be nane wetso ŋuti na gama so. Recent unlawful arrest threaten free speech aƒenyo. Recent unlawful arrest threaten free speech aƒenyo. Abanyama King MPP tɔwo ƒe nyanuɖela gã yi ke nye sɔ takpe hamenɔlawo ŋlɔla megblɔm be aleke wole ɖe nya yiwo gblɔ ƒe susu yiwo ɖena gblɔ ta fu ɖem ale gbegbe enana ge be amewo megagnɔ ablɔ ɖem agblɔ ƒe susuwo ne dunyawo yi ke kawo wova o. Rain State suspended CAF CEO GMA to a condor. All right, míazɔ ɖe ŋgɔ akpɔ the National Voice. Media rights, social commentaries, and corresponding responsibilities. Alafia. Bamia vows to revive cocoa sector, promises smiles on farmers' faces. Alafia. Ashanti MPP chairmanship raise, Goka's grassroots mobilization gives him advantage. Joe Wise. MPP's comeback will be deliberate, not accidental, Gordon Asare Bediako. Before attacking Atofos and Eric, Opoku must explain the 1.6 billion spending. All right, so National Voice nyayo kata yo kami woklon oka kwe gale fia kai ke dinyaye nyabo woklon be. Nyajojo kaka po kle nyajojo kaka woklon be akpacheche le yoshi be yo glo nya ye ko yo be glo la glo re ma. Je wo pe be ya akpacheche le yoshi kaka. Sakle rodo le nyajojo kaka nchi Nepung Beflime in the Doves Ramara Ojalo. All right, graphic business. Advanced Ghana delivers 256% profit surge. Advanced Ghana, where Ghana yere jalbogwe. Then you see a faraka, kono kokoma fifia, malabobo, okbo, see the rafaton, blaton, wate. That's a good one. President Mama rings London bells as GSC hits world top 2. President Mama rings London bells as GSC hits world's top 2. Dukoklala yo London, Britain do come and over Ghana for Ghana ole Bakladu Ghana on Ghana. Dokushi moyo ke gajramdo re duko pe do pe ganga gaum gajaro pe gaum do pe gang glaja chichireji papa malu aleke amowo pe gao genre do pe ganga gaum achichim deji alegbegbe le hika makata glo do fi ke comme vieux ga nkuga pam da asi chape gaum le achichim deji le hika makata glo do miawele akpa avelia duko mamle ma duko vi mo tamreka bubu choga yo pega kuga chone ju do pega pro kushi do pega ga boko chashi Ghana na akpa kule batare he ki kama kata Europe duko no va Ghana araba duko pa Ghana fia ole peklebu. All right, Ghana's World Bank golden ticket sparks sponsorship rush. Ghana's World Bank golden ticket sparks sponsorship rush. All right. Ghana na World Bank pupere kama kata World Cup, I beg your pardon, World Bank ema mna World Cup. Kama kata go do na bo pupere America to come ko ticket ko shada li yan shika ticket ika mo ta ple acho ayafma ke amewo le du dzi be xɔe ale be yewoava kpɔ abo. Bank of Ghana notice to banks and public number 864 Bank of Ghana Securities results of tender 864 held on 3rd June 2026. Bank of Ghana bills. Okay, ni kwa mila pmanya jiru gado gale to come viogbo. Jiru gado gale to come viogbo alawe hai ko jim no bo do ayo pe ko efishino. Okay, all right. BOG mops up 11.29 billion Ghana cedis to shield city. Tangi kwa mila pmanya pire kwenye ba ji dudu fwa gajaro fwa alofo ta gajaro fwa kwenye Central Bank of Ghana. Ekpo ba gale to come gale to come ala ba mo fa shedidi ta no khafene to lo kata ga vivia ri china oshi to suba o mo ga mazan yakacho mo na fa shina ga no chi mota ji dudu biwe amono ba je garere yo ugbo ikenye bills, treasury bills ta yo odo adamara bo mo shara treasury bill amokenye dollar ashichala gato propishimo fetu gadulo because gale le bank roko o vai le ban vima ke treasury bill ta na ngone o na ga ka na ba cho dem ko odi of account am o garam gamana du come vio o ka ko 11.29 billion o ko se mono o ya le ka gamama ba chi akuto pana mo no hanu sidikicho. All right, mia azo ayirengo. The informer, silent killer on our plate who says unsafe food claims 1.5 million lives every year. Silent killer on our plate who says unsafe food claims 1.5 million lives every year. Hikakata glogodo, where duko fe kacha pucha do fe ke kpona fe la masanya oji duko ta popo fe aloje ke kpona fe la masanya oji gbogbo me fifiare ndudu gbagbona dudu na number am 1.5 million akukun fe shape ba gbogbo oh kill me softly am o heare nya wale me pa proje la pa me mi chomi mi ngba shagba nya ndudu yo ka me mile galam se kuku plan fodi o na ba ni mi arokwe wu ngba ochogba the nwi o mi leta. Ghana's democracy in danger, expert confirms Mohammed's fears. Ghana's democracy in danger, expert confirms Mohammed's fears. O ba ha naneli ikenya chama nware ke enye ngojin ikatagblam la miapa Ghana pa blood magle ara blood ara so mina swe du blood ro yi ke jison miele Mahama na mala Past LGBTQ plus bill, Christian Council demands copy. Christo to for haba bola Ghana kataklo to bogomba ese dodo ye go to so takba hama ko dure ko kraba na dashita yo jiba yo po banana yo pon kablo mole MPP to gba mafifie gba na ma san gba le setting se so asan so ko mole rabo dadu na sa o kladu la sa ko me ta zana na ko mo nya gba na gbolo no gboro wo na wo ya te we no gboro mkoe ka fifia yo ba kula pra gba na cho ko ma ka so nya gboro ha na te patoma. All right, 25.3 million CD mystery. MPP Girls Finance Ministry over missing agric cash. All right, Kasha for Sengalefia, Eric Opoku Berenchi, MPP Talk Bomba. I got a 25.3 million CDs. You cover to Jabura Mama, you might go on some. Tayo Finance Ministry, not the Nana Gomono, Gaia difficult Butu. Imani MPP opposed pawn ID checks, but government says move to protect children. Mark-Boye, Vice President Imani Africa, Kofi Bento Lefia Wogomba, Bamba Boli, Nyabuta Machonche, Magromlover, Ocho Ghana card, Afi Oko Akbo, pawn site, it's a waste of time, we don't have time for that. All right, Mia Abum play, Mia Wakpayam play. Chronicle. Ŋdi Wɔna Chronicle. Chronicle where reverse CEO suspension now minority. Government target 30 million trees after exceeding 2025 goal. Ato leads Mohammed's ministerial rankings, says big events gone. All right, Chronicle fanya gbonga nya kamisa bye. Birako over Ato ile charge yenye tapo la minister katatomi. Bana buna fanya kple nya jojo. Maunya pipiare cho Bibilame. Egba over 1 Corinthians 9 verse 25. Corinthians to back back to ta shake people vorne. Do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one receives the prize? So run that you may obtain it. Maunya pipi ikanya Corinthians to back back to ta shake people vo and go from minya wa ko bisha ko people ma amokata ofuna du heavily aho kaka mere katututu ye kwe nya jidula la ho bi kata mo ata mashame ha dodo abe ameke gbagba jembe ya nye jidula ene ta eya we nya jojo kle nya bobo ma ho do mo chichokwi apo ganyi ma ho gbada sicho miao magbada ogbo na ma trova nya bobo azorango toni magba mi aplon magbona.
No silence ever English dictionary. Yatepe. But see dictionary akara afi ipasike. No silence ever English dictionary standard ton yeah. Standard yeah. And you know the view. And you know the view canola basic level. And you know Americanola SHS. And you know Americanola University. Allo the language you. Then you make my never by few. I be a strong but praha. No silence ever English dictionary. And you know ha. I must make an never be module po. And be a strong but baha. No silence ever English dictionary. And you know mama. Nala dile was so mad than a player. Place order le Amazon. Allo number can I follow screen Nigeria. Open the method can now sub. If you see a fiction la, you call no silence ever English dictionary. Aqua Coveno. No silence ever English dictionary. And you Tom.
Looking to ship products from Germany to Ghana? Nivage Services makes it simple. We ship groceries, health supplements, books, and everyday essentials directly from Germany to you. Imagine buying authentic groceries, toiletries, and fresh dairy hassle-free from Germany. Our reliable service brings the best of German quality to you. From cereals to health supplements, snacks to toiletries, we've got you covered. Shopping is easy. Contact Nivage Services and we handle the rest. Fast, reliable, hassle-free shipping you can trust. WhatsApp us at +233 591 415 506.
Hello viewers, welcome to Red Stitches. Afienye nyongo plentuo penu tofe. Your wedding gown, your strauss, office wear, beach wear, you can name them. Sportswears for both male and female. Ne miajima antewa kpomi le powerhouse le ho. Ne eina de Fraget Hotel. Nye le moji tututututu. Ne chobie na junction na de Fraget Hotel gbo tututututu. Afima emie lenye ma. You can reach us on this telephone number 0246 256 300 0246 25 6300.
Go.
Oh, what the? Let go do it.
Oh, baby, ma. If I don't quit, I'm low. Too much trying to toy. 我你我们是不能看了。
哦，
你们把粉粉，你们他他妈吐，我们拿去购物，我不了。
dari nanti Abraham fi baraka ini le ya pati ke tikone gbogbo ya wa base hagbena di dile nuna fia koko ina duna fa gare wonye ya nya pa no pati bani ko wi wonta nya ni kuro wa wala pati ko ko nya ko katara ge
Bo. Mo no ci ko ku no to e pro.
va vai batakalu sugo ita bi ga da de fikre tonto wala pati ke wa wusielo weto fira
Bây giờ vô là tô bố Ý mà nó chỉ cá cổ Mà bông dơ dơ
Vô là chỉ cá nó plơ Nó zama Phi vả nana kama fura ganao Mà chama nó gì
Nhá pa tu to wala tu to fita ita nye za vô là chỉ cá Nhá tu mà to ro ha Wo za vô là chỉ cá phô phô jiji la ama
This Vola Piki. Vola baby.
Mà una yura vô là to Ona la masa
Vola pachika la chika drapo kata alo gado pa dayo pa mala akblawu wo jango St Peter and Paul Catholic Church atututu la hoa apola old fashioned la akwe kala hwahwe gada woji la agodo ma Yellow House Street wo jango local rice jwala atututu opa do la budi gba ochogba chongdiga adrekla afaba dashina fiega aton kala mamli da gbawa oja dogo mandiga andrekla afa wadashina ndogawi efe pokana vola le 0244 512 1452
vola
Nina nemiayi vola basenta afima mia poto yoyola nyateba vola
efi valo akulori le fuda now alele le fuda now domaru le fuda now achi de padaka ofuto makata mele to wonyi de wa eti maklo no ba na ile vola heba center ikele jengo apla Victoria Park afima na kodo wotu kame wa wofuto wofukame ofukame tutu dokada vola heba center Dr. Prosper Debeneva akodo come on vola
kadon kwajiba vola pachika monyuna funo nyonu yo no na ma vikle de fio mo hopo wie fo
Miapang pola bedak panami be mile de kao maklim la be bati be Ŋdi Wɔna Tony Mark-Boye be miawele toji machop mompo pe acho bedak panami afa ho chisina mechia ntom fe so ta pa hamila honorable Richmond Adam Kofi Poto sube edo aloklimi le nyamajojo wono pa ya me ke bedak pana rich teachers hambe we eto Vietnam rich teachers le ho la powerhouse BNI junction to that of ma na yina de Fratchet Hotel ko au boga ke kama sube miagare anyaw majujome wa fi miawo ma nyajojo gbala de karo o gabaro gbonye yo ke o nyaro gblomi ke mo pobe o nyase onya ba nso sropo na onye ejebe nyanu kulan de nyanu nyaw kata kpomla bibo afi abe mio majoga ta nyajojo gbala de kavaro li ke o gabaro gbonye fi ai ke ni mateto mo wo ge ma nanu go chonchi vi ke na mi sorango ko ganyi bla fama do jojo piare hoge o kata la wona me donc jibe +233 242 670 773 enye kapoje shi ke jina tatu a check our plane +233 242 670 773 enye kapoje shi alo number ike naten ako do a check our plane ke mi afa message so baba mo kata khlega fi ona na wono medogbene apoto Emmanuel kusogbo enyen kosem medakpeno medogbene Dr. Adam Segba fi hanyan kosem medogbeno medakpeno be le toji primi Mary mi kosem Vincent yan kosem cho dakpa me da akpene ye ha. All right, Irene nyankosam to abokobi ta amikota nyankosam sorry mi do mi apa chocho dem alawe na gama suko mo kata khalge number e male mi on TV o +2332426707773 nye number ko mi ata acho ako anu kamen ke nebe ya do acho pakle mi ya premianchi ya do bubuna do mahi a chashi e na jiwa tu kata no se konko nyanywe asija tablu madu nyamba da ne nyacha share ko jawa marna so ko bengi ale jamel abi hana wapi to ma problema wa bofide da ageremiaji le haute technical university ama ni avaji mfuga hostel tututuko na dia nyawe le mfuga hostel kwa mafumano fuma Ewenyigba TV lema ka ata na mi odono la bolagbe na yomi number oji ha akpa mi akpere 0242670773 e number ka tayo ko mi akpere mu aba akpale kene mi anko mi anobio mi anko sem jo vota kwa shakpa alaba mi didina to ko na Ghana Benin Togo manjiro paro pe hika kata gogudu ikama mafun magbaja ya sala wala kwa usam yanko Facebook dagba pala bebe mikaka de hihok pasha pakole ta jina jo alawe na yomi ala nisha mi kemeta ko pare mo miawe akujo kupata o mione ke nyajo joyo natwameo echiega o nke agbele mo jina ba puna na ba anya kenye yi busunya kenye kabanto miawo le bana yo alawe nyade bafano amare ko safie bu idea bu de akwejo amebe ajrem amebe anyomola alawe aja chikanamu amachi de gbadapo ya o ameba fiase ye romo mokata haje bemiasi jiru do pare mtapa ma jimlo amare gbagbaro mu ne batuanesio nyomi nyale mi oto e dato kwembe na jo ba ya yomi shai kuleko na jo wo ba ya yomi shai kuleko alo mi no kwara mu da como se sano mi anche su men se sara con mi hogara ka mi asho mi o kataglo mi la mi no for my head. All right, the inquisitor after claiming loot recovery was sham, oral bites won to me, surrogates cry political persecution. After claiming loot recovery was sham, oral bites won to me, surrogates cry political persecution. Mark-Boye Bernard entry Boisiako bala Dr. Dominic akuritinga ayeni ono matatalefia ka Bernard Boisiako enye ameyo yana kibira kwa chama muntumi NPP top jimano la Ashanti tom ka jidudu sanyalaga enye Dr. Dominic akuritinga ayeni balago glomba fifia Bernard Boisiako kwa ashile echijojo ma akwa dagbaba oral ikenya operation recover all loot du blo dodo ye yare ka to kopola jo mahamani ko da to mahama da to ba abikata lo jiduro ga ora chekama tashira para goji alabo tuga ka buntu me ma bromola ko kwa ya tsana na konye para kama lo jiru garako wo yento enye afia o wale rejiru ga onya ota ka yaklo chimo bo bromba yo machichi panu na. All right, National Ambulance Service commends MPA for continued support. National Ambulance Service commends MPA for continued support. Donokovu jirudu fa donokovu fa dopa fa amagao po mo dakbane NPA, that should be National Petroleum Authority, though, but Ukbere Yonchi. Dono kobo ya ambulance. Menya makuku kobo dono kobo ya ambulance. Na yimi apako homa no chwa makuku ina do boko home ba ambulance. No. Dono kobo ambulance. Amakuku kobo has. Ta amagbagbe ke o chwa ya konji people. Bobu ka chono amo jani moto ngafono o chwa ko ila re trafaga. Abo mo to opoma Ewenyigba mo buda kwa MPA jiruba do ke kona to me mi hoshi kuku ple rara panyaji o da kono ara bo ko para chubo ne be asa koma ya bana mafa. Consultations are on for NDC chair upon Fosu. Consultations are on for NDC chair. Akwesi upon Fosu nyaragbom jama ba bon glory kala ta na NDC oba yo badam to mane yo no yo dororo ala wa yo pome kenya shi manola ye na NDC ha. All right, 1.6 billion Ghana cedis dispersed to Agric Ministry. Finance Ministry insists. 1.6 billion dispersed to Agric Ministry. Finance Ministry insists. Dr. Kasela told force in the Kenya Jiru Domagaka Pona Jiru Paganya Ojibobrombe. Yocho ga 1.6 billion Ghana cedis corner Jiru Domagaka Pona Paganya. Kama yocho no ma. Banade vado. Ika makakalaga nami zorango waro fiare mi bona banama noge. Ani banade kenya ika fiaba dura lo maso regime le Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Agriculture. I may come in a point to Takasila to getting a Minister for Finance. Imalak Baron Tichina. Minister for Finance, Brother Ewenyigba 1.6 billion. The Ministry for Agric. Ministry for Agric back global nyama letefo. Ka bidekwa atofose ikenye Minister for Finance Bob Blombe a guy who called the Minister of Agriculture. Homama pepe yo chonoema. You know, banaika Ewenyigba mala agroba infantile propaganda. Amikan mlobala ikacho Ministry for Agriculture. Bob Blombe Minister of Finance over Yamak Bomona be 1.6 billion. Now you in a guy Jidudu dashing charo vote now you're going to show is infantile propaganda. The view where yata the view where not belong on the view where Ekwemata ma won Kasela to force will ministerialize infantile the view propaganda no alo you know Yevubaro kakatakwani. Atofosan's ministry is into infantile propaganda. And miga for miga samba over Atofosan ministry of Bomba 1.6 billion in a guy can vote to an agric ministry. But I am at the right time. Accra Psychiatric Hospital gets facelift through KGL Foundation. Again, Susuma dollar for Konji, who Kokoramicho KGL Togbo in Halafuma. So that's like a CRS, our corporate social responsibility report as we have it. Okay, near the Business and Financial Times. Business and Financial Times. Business and Financial Times. Business and Financial Times. The quiet strength of resilient balance sheet. LFIA. Okay, Onanangrom Jo Echo Bank in Chikukuku. LFIA. So that's an vectorial. Finance Minister Governor presents powerful unified case for Ghana to global financiers and investors. Okay, mikbo Dr. Kasela to force mono matalafia mikbo Bank of Ghana Governor no tatalafia kla jiru magakpia ro so olefia wo bomba jiru do ka kpora ganya oji kla pota gaja ro fa po no laga o ire e vode le London alawe over pong alegbegbe pong wo tora me jiara alegbegbe na Ghana ble ikama gato ble gato lo kata. So Finance Minister Governor presents powerful unified case for Ghana to global financiers and investors. Rate cut window narrows on inflation pressures. Rate cut window narrows on inflation pressures. Volta gajarofu apa gayo donane dokuishi gajarofu o yikaji o didi poto dareji alo vide alo khoreji iko didi ikenye interest enabe gadodo abobole dukoma nagbe amioke va doga cho gajarofu dokuishi gajarofu gambo ko chashia muyo ke wadara ikenye dareji alo vide ko dare mo jafia chana mi awodi dike pato mo ba sha didi. So the reduction in policy rate causes lending rates of commercial banks to reduce, which causes cost of production. So producer inflation for nyaglomole jiru ba kwa sha gba jamba gasha gaika nchi Bank of Ghana ashideme na dokushi gajarofu Ghana no bogwe alabanye kunya boga adobwe mo pashima gano chimu ramata. All right, Ghana Standards Authority highly understaffed. Ghana Standards Authority highly understaffed. Ke barabo brombe Ghana Standards Authority group dopo ke kona ba achiko ba umshangwe ke le mia pashioma ule sekro ronchi o manye ngbagblo o magblo chomo acho ti to ba ti ho abajana ma acho ahara cho betatu como ba ha sasonye munama amo ni shepa je to ho pa ikokata o fiara do no to po ma ke kona ba nyu ke me pa shioma le me pa shio je ke magblo de ke umsham jesse o kunama akbara ba umsham le mi o pa do vio boglomba o pa to ga glomba do vio mo le do cho. Yeah. GRA assures businesses of simpler tax compliance on ITAS. GRA assures businesses of simpler tax compliance on ITAS. The GRA jiru dopo kona Ghana revenue ajoga ho gbogbo fifia yo papambre duo chiklo sube ajonya nuna anobogwe cha afina abaja ojoga alene na nagabo huela que ara rosase itawera morbe tax accountants alo tax inspector o gona kuda go bana mo bu otro to mo kaga wo huela que na ro masaga aga via euro mashawata se ko mo. All right, Stanbic Bank donates 400,000 to NADMO. The Stanbic Bank to bare jiru do ko e ko na foku ataw ko jochora moji. All right, daily analyst. Let's go to the daily analyst. Daily analyst. Be intentional about African values. MP calls for deliberate parenting after interparliamentary conference. Okay. Magbo Aquapin South Top member of parliament Lefia Laurentia Opongwe Fifia. Jawe Mikata Miano Miano Miadongo. Alabe takwe ke mayo chofia ba so takwe how so pata how no lo ple no lo katape azan ikeyodu le Accra yo so nane hia ba mashama aja ba ba yama ba jila na no fiame viao anon fiam viao cho parenting values and na de kana so ba ma wo mi chupra nyon njunyong nyeda nyong nyeda chuma don nyongbo nyongbo don chubo. All right. Government activates surveillance isolation systems to counter Ebola threat. Government activates surveillance isolation systems to counter Ebola threat. Jiru ada dodoare to plus sube yo jajarado te pona nonyi no job amarele Ebola dosesa hola mangeka wuna ma pa asra podi sara maga bakaka komuta doli yo le centric amara kachebe ya ho dana ba Ebola kiki yo la craftman akbutale. Accra Psychiatric Hospital gets major facelift through KGL Foundation. Abuse of Electronic Communications Act. June 4 warns against growing intimidation under Section 76. June 4 Kenya Jiru Domaga Kakona, Najuka Kalokata, de no Bobo Blomber. I jama a semi-Kenyan Electronic Communications Act, Jiru Amazala Moniton, or Jiru Dopo Mozala Moniton. A Goblomba Jiru Magabe, Yanoji Dona, Yajuka Kalota, Tomia Dokushi, Yajuka Kalaka, Bonopo Dana Yabaraye, Ojo, Amalele, as a Bosumaka. Amabua, Crown Best Performing Minister, O Ekenyaka. Amabua, Crown Best Performing Minister, Banarebe. Atofose ye amarobe nye best performing minister. Banayabe amwabua nye best performing minister. Amwabua nye minister for lands and natural resources. Ye nkowo choganamsi anchi. So that's journalism for you. Banarebe Atofose is the best performing minister. Daily analyst Boglomba Amabua is crowned the best performing minister. So I want to be Bajima Manyanka to Blom Ameola. No. Me Chronicle Myakora. Chronicle where Ato leads Mohammed's ministerial ranking, says Big Events Ghana. Okay, leads. Ato leads ministerial rankings. Marabukunam Chronicle quickly. Ato leads Mohammed's ministerial rankings, says Big Events Ghana. Okay, so this is what Chronicle is saying. Daily Guide. Make the Daily Guide harder. Chronicle. Ato leads Mohammed's ministerial rankings. Big Events Ghana. Daily Guide were Ato Forsen named best performing minister. So these are some of the things these newspapers do. Chronicle by Ato leads Mohammed's. Okay, can we put me that Daily Graphic, Daily Guide. Ato Forsen named best performing minister. Daily Guide, but Ato Forsen named best performing minister. Now I'm Daily Guide. All right, so these are some of the things you are journalists at Tamaritano don't cry. Those are so we don't know. Kakaja Jemba Daily Guide where Ato Forsen named best performing minister. So leads ranking, Agomedi. Ato Forsen named first performing minister, Agomedi. Named by who? Habobo Vovoe, Glomba Amealenya best minister. Habobo Vovoe. So these are some of the things these private newspapers do. And that's why professionalism, as urged by Professor Audrey Gajepo, we have a click-driven reportage. So these are reportorial messes. Click-driven reportage. What are you writing? Okay, me trova jelly analyst bo. So Professor Audrey Gajepo will go nemyonto nyakakapo mi mwomba nogble nyeglo nyakaba na mo nakbeza. Click different reporting and anagawe amomo karemiajo, and with time I'm on to her and a way matibino. Let me jana bagbamin bonajiri. ne mi tso nya dzɔdzɔ ɖe ko atso nane ko akɔfu gbedo ɖe ŋkume na mo mi gbɔ Nigeria le ke dze ale be mi kuna ŋɔme ta edzedzem be mi ŋutɔ mi kpɔ mi egbatɔ nye me nye nɔ ɖe fia me akagblɔ mo ke daily analyst mi trɔ daily analyst gbɔ ebe Amos crown best performing minister so le paper ɔme eve nye tɔn yi ke mi kpɔ ba yi ma akpɔ be wo be ma tso fɔse ake daily graphics eka se crowned akobe yevu gbe gazan ega o defia kukure tajine but ye best performing minister. So all these are for you to do your assessment. Eta je na kpo ben ba ti video. Ara mi kuna nyome. Kpo ben ka tu zen ya tepa. So that's what we have there. All right, mi le ben ba ti ben di ona. Je ka kuto ban le ka de le fia ma a kpoira cha ko. Ma a agbanle ka hanye ve ma kpora cha ko ma hodo chicho pia re ma trova ko nyano nyape message so mi o romi le mi ka khalage ado je kul mi fira ko nya akofike ma wa semiro. All right, the meridian MPP minority completes cocoa farmer store. MPP minority completes cocoa farmer store. Presents report to flag bearer Baumia. NPP minority completes cocoa farmer store, presents report to flag bearer Baumia. So Machni Virako, the NPP minority in parliament has formally presented to flag bearer Mahmudu Baumia the report of a special select committee that undertook an extensive tour of Ghana's cocoa growing areas to encourage to engage, directly with farmers affected by recent price cuts and sector-wide challenges. The committee, which was established on the initiative of Dr. Mahmudu Baumia and led by Minority Chief Whip Honorable Frank Anodombre, visited multiple cocoa growing regions, speaking to farmers at the grassroots level about conditions of their farms, challenges they face, and the impact of recent price reductions on their livelihoods. The presentation ceremony marked the culmination of what observers have described as one of the most extensive parliamentary engagements with cocoa farmers in recent memory, one that bypassed political platforms in favor of direct farm level conversations. Our committee went to the farms, sat under the trees with the farmers, listened to their plea, and brought their voices here today. These are not statistics. These are the stories of Ghanaians who feed the world with their hands. Dr. Baumia received the report warmly, commending the committee for their thoroughness and committing to review the findings through his Agriculture and Food Security Policy Committee with a view of announcing specific relief and revival measures shortly. I recall how the MPP government in 2017 protected cocoa farmers from a global price drop through deliberate policy intervention and vowed to replicate that commitment if given the mandate. The minority store has been widely seen as both a humanitarian gesture and a sharp political contrast to what the MPP caucus describes as the NDC's neglect of cocoa sector under Mohammed's watch. Interesting right up here. The Meridian newspaper book Brombe MPP Toyo Klasau Takbahama Uba Loje Kakana Abedanyauji Oko Tomagare Kankonye Anodombre Ikanye Nsama Juajuto member of parliament when no tadene Kukuanade Ikakblo MP Okoyak Bloji or Latura Kuheo Blanyayo La Predelosh Oba Manya economic dodo yefugbe ganganga kple nomba yo kekekle ƒe monyo vawo yo va le to ɖe gbledela yo ke fu kpem yo va si tsɔm kɔ ŋuɖuɖu hem vɛ ne Ghana dukɔ kaka glogodo woaku xewo kple woƒe ŋutsinyawo yo nɔ anyi ɖe atiwo gɔme kpakple wo le to ɖe nya ka gblɔm wo le wo ŋuti Pon hu do kple kuheo. Klo ba down kple susuo yo ko ta nga cho akopere ji ranchi alba ji na idengo. O fotenya o kata ngro agba ba cho ko dare. Du kokplo la hohoa pakpere nto ta Mahmudu ba mi akenya flaga chola ne MPP to wa atata globa ye nyama du ganyure ya chwene ye kwa takwa ha to he ke kona ndudu nwi black de kwa roji prosuba odo adam nai na for ke yoda yodi. So that's a big story over there. Kaka question anybody ni o chochona Mahmudu ba mi ade etana na oga chonchi fia onye ba Mahmudu ba mi a mayenye amekele chicho benya meka joga ho mi asho me task na ba mi ne koko gbadara lo ku hiaro motum e o cho pa ku heo ba cho ngro la ba ya ro ble ne mpia o yo ba cho na ba mi ade o ta takpogre nya mafia alo amumo nya jomo la daranye basuba na gapopo dare iba yo na ba protocol yo de adam ye moto me nya mama kotututu de nana doli o galo ba mi agbona adam do ganu alabo troba so takna ha pli alo gagare minister of agriculture alo lakala alo demonstration oga. So all these are questions. No, but my all of the meridian. Myakbo Jowise, thumbs up. Goka for Ashanti MPP chairman. Jowise, thumbs up. Goka for Ashanti chairman. Jowise go from a Goka and Yamaka, like a cham, but Amoka, MPP party, Agumala Gobeta. War you the bocha. Babazo, Shimanolane, MPP Ashanti. All right. Hands of Ato Force and Eric Opoku must look elsewhere for a scapegoat. Hands of Ato Force and Eric Opoku must look elsewhere for a scapegoat. All right. Bana Boglomba Mare Boglomba, hey, Eric Opoku na Dashile Ato Force Nchi, Dashile Ato Force Nchi Kavanto, Nanyara Lasho, Abak Bofi Bubu. All right, so we'll look briefly at the daily searchlight. Daily searchlights. GJ alarmed at threats to press freedom. GJ alarmed at threats to press freedom. Honest media icons during Freedom Night. All right, memory akabai la Lisa Hotel. Takuko toke are ganya asa abota popuna mo wonare iji leke. Ke nyajo kakalau fa habobo doma magapum amabobo ko boblomba atetemro ji plus yo popomba nyajo kakalau umulu rokiomo ablore kama ukakana nyajo la borama dua pa dolaro alo dobaro achichachirenchi majaba onona nama oji da bubu toke amoka fanta wo ntapo na banya jojo kakala bloreme ajimla Ghana ucha. 2 confirmed dead in fatal building collapse in Accra's North Industrial Area. Several trapped as rescue mission continues. Ayo again chivo hoyo mu la aveno chivo hoyo ikamu la aveno fanya alefia aveno le nos kanish fanya alefia amobepu uropeji. NI begins mop-up registration for children in Volta and OT regions. MIA begins mop-up registration for children in Volta and OT regions. Jiruba dog ikakpona du come vio pen kongongo du come vio pe card alo dase di balenvi hokobo nya du come vio boklomba fifia yo le amuganto ma pro tintom o de vio pen koglo suku vio de bisio pen koglo ja aje ba jwana nya ba suku vio ha de video wichu futu vio kuma ko vio nya ha kana kado shino maso suswa de tailo. Stoneboy Foundation hands over 2 acres maize farm to Nswayem DA Basic School. Stoneboy Foundation hands over 2 acres maize farm to Nswayem BA Basic School. Stoneboy, Eche Satekla, Kenya Hajila Honko, la Ghana Kataika, where Hadoman Konya Stoneboy, Alo Magban Konya Stoneboy, Dagbla, Eka Oma of Manyagbla Fionyo, Ka Agbla maize farming, maize, big bay, or the big blend, alawa, Ochon Kwakona, Nswayem DA Basic School View, Ochon Kwakona, Nswayem Basic School View, Ka Anyao, Platowele, Ewenyigba TV, where Ŋdi Wɔna where Nyajubalo Majobaji. Message the cover over Macron, pire. Okay. Good morning, my brother Tony. You are doing well. I, Emmanuel Kusogbo from way in Anglogat district. Okay, so that's Anglogat district. These MPP people are worrying themselves. I don't know what's wrong with them. Bamia is the one to rule this country. For 8 years, he didn't do anything for cocoa farmers. Now, they are in opposition before worrying themselves. This means opposition is their food. I, Emmanuel Kusogbo from Way. All right, Emmanuel Kusogbo, Mark-Boye message. Many of Emmanuel Kusogbo, Kaka Way, Ever MPP of Kuramura Rokyo, Eka Baumia, no to Quack Bronco, and Yisong, and go watch your cocoa rather than Yaunchi. Fifi, wow, Odorale, Shiafioba, Yunka, you, Majum, Arochum, Yolanga Jojo, the Ani Bajo, Chochomne, Baumia. They are not sure what's happening. Okay, so that's that. Message the Cavaro over Dr. Edem Segbefia, Edo message that Dr. Edem Segbefia Gwagwajembe Yanye national chairman na National Democratic Congress, that first vice chairman ye Gwagwajembe Yanye ka Edo message rami le Ewenyigba TV kwa Ŋdi Wɔna me fiaba no ona me ka pile ko gbogbombe na bona anya wona don kware gbegbe aje mia yi wona ji alebe wona na akpeduro. So thank you, Honorable, for your message. We really appreciate that. But this is a unique program. Keep it up. That's from Dr. Edem Segbefia. Okay, Mary Holonyo, Emianko Semjo Kakadenta. But thank you, Brother Tony. You are doing so well. Thank you for your message. We appreciate that. Message the kaha Tina Botina Mianko Samcho Fodo. Good morning to you, Tony. Great costume. I really appreciate that. Thank you for your message. Map model message. Good morning to you. I appreciate your message as well. Keep the messages coming in. +233 242 773 is the number to use. +233 242 773 is the number to use. Miko messages so Koram. Right, Mahodoma Chuchu Piade, Nama Trova, Miazurango, Mada Yamakwe, Ika Laboni, Ika Pakuranchi, Nemiajo Nyama, Big Pine, Sitoklan Pipito, Aquacleva Catabo, Gueremianchi, La Nyama Jujuma, Kafla, Ne, Amare, Amiocomic Bomogeremiaji Harua. That is not coming from us, it's coming from them. All right, let me be 2-3 more messages, just quick one. Good morning to you. I am Masawood. Ghanaians are dissatisfied with the performance of the NDC government. If they have not won power in 2024 election, they would have been seen as credible and competent enough to rule this country. Up to date, they have shown no commitment to fulfill any of their promises. The propaganda they use to deceive the masses has started showing them their smoothness level. #Baumia Tuaso 2028. All right. Thank you for your message. Man, we are coming to and this is Tomo, the Botana come, Bocata Donamia, while you song, Chunchi. All right, keep your messages coming in. There's no real time for reading messages, so I'm putting the messages together. Let me go for a quick break. I'll be right back. Magbona, Kashi TV.
Oh, no silence ever English dictionary. My dictionary a caractère sont fi de passer K. No silence ever English dictionary standard ton standard yeah. And you know the view. And you know the view can le basic level. And you know American le SHS. And you know American le university. Allo le language. Nenya make a manya be view. E be a strong be kraha. No silence ever English dictionary. And you know ha. I must make a nenya be view mo jura po. E be a strong be ha. No silence ever English dictionary. And you know mama. Nela dile ko so ma de na kula. Atia place order le Amazon. Allo number can call screen Nigeria. Open to me to the can WhatsApp. Afisi African la. Nya call no silence ever English dictionary. Akwa koveno. No silence ever English dictionary. And you talk.
Ship products from Germany to Ghana. Ŋdi Services makes it simple. We ship groceries, health supplements, books, and everyday essentials directly from Germany to you. Imagine buying authentic groceries, toiletries, and fresh dairy hassle-free from Germany. Our reliable service brings the best of German quality to you. From cereals to health supplements, snacks to toiletries, we've got you covered. Shopping is easy. Contact Ŋdi Services and we handle the rest. Fast, reliable, hassle-free shipping you can trust. WhatsApp us at +233 591 415 506.
Hello viewers, welcome to Red Stitches. Afienye nyongo plentuo penu tofe. Your wedding gown, your strauss, office wear, beach wear, you can name them. Sports wears for both male and female. Ne miajima antewa kpomi le powerhouse le ho. Ne eina de Frajet Hotel. Nye le moji tututututu. Ne chobi na junction na de Frajet Hotel gbo tututututu. Afima emie lenye ma. You can reach us on this telephone number 0246 256 300 0246 25 6300.
Go. Oh, what the? Let go, Joy.
Oh, very much. If I don't quit them, cái tụi quỷ, ta nhận too much toy. Có những worms, but a killer.
Oh,
những mà vật phẩm, những mà thằng mặt thùng, mà nó chỉ có
Dari Nabi Abraham fi baraka inele ya pati katifanya gbogbo ya wa. Base hagbena didile nuna mfia. Koko ina duna fa gare wonye ya nya pa no pasi bani ko hi wontam nya nfura wa. Bola pasi ko ko nya ko katara gbe.
Bo. Mo no chi ko bu no e plolo.
Va vai batakanyo sugo. Ita mi gada de secrement tonto. Bola pasi ko wa busielo weto fira.
Mayire vola to gbo. Ye no chika ko mo pon jeje.
Vola chika no ple. Na zama fiva nana kama furaga nawo. Mashama nazi.
Nyapa toto wala toto fita. Itanye za vola chika. Nyato motoro ha. Woza vola chika fufu jijila ama.
This vola piki.
Yeah.
Vola baby.
Ma una yira vola to. Ona wala masa.
Vola pachika la chika drapo kata alo gado pa dayo pa le akblawu wo jango St. Peter and Paul Catholic Church atututu le hoa apola old fashion le akwe kala hwahwe a gada woji le agodoma Yellow House Street wo jango local rice jwala atututu opa dopo le budi gba ochogba chongdiga adrekla afaba dashina fiega aton kala mamli da gbewa oja dogoma ndiga andrekla afa adashina ndogawi efe okana vola le 0244 512 1452
vola nina ne mi ayi vola eba senta afima mi apoda yo la nya deba vola
e viva lo akulori le fuda now alele le fuda now domaru le fuda now e ti de padaka o futo makata mele to woni de wa e ti ma kolo no ba na ile vola heba center ikele jango applaud Victoria Park afima na kodo wo to kame wa futo wo fukaume o fukama tutu dokata vola heba center Dr. Prosper Debeneba akodo come on
kadon kwajiba vola pachika munyuna funo nyonu yo no nama vikle de fio mo hopo ye vo
Nane mano monsieur eye na menswale
yo miapon bola medak banami ba mile Ewenyigba TV ke Ŋdi Wɔna enyaji miapa nyamajo wona ike micho asrona nwe miko kpona dunya pleto ogbo ke Tony Mark-Boye miaplom ba me na mi nya ba ma ma ko to chuchu pie ara me troba nya ma ko peto yare mi agbono ge elikam chome ye elikam oizo
Preku yolo na vile doji
yo ke nya le mi agbo fun ikama mino jojum ke ke kon ike kakara nya balonji ikama mi akbora nya dura re ike yiji jo Minister of Agric Eriko Poku wadopa bakla Dr. Kaselato Fosen wadopa dome jara ba misa ba Dr. Kaselato Fosen ba gake oka Rural Ministry for Agriculture 1.6 billion ko ma bokko ko ngro bana to ka do aba nyama ke blom Ministry of Finance leba yo choga ikenye yo budgetary allocation 1.6 billion rand malamo balangola but that is infantile propaganda yevubea infantile propaganda enye devi pon mawo devi fa yata wo be ogbobo cho gama gbegberu re gama no baro yo bo ta fike Ministry of Finance bo gama chwe be gama baro bo nkero gbaji ha komo amochwe jiru akome emi odede kwenye ya ma yari gaba nyare ke Kings for Sumana bagbingbo be yo bubo awo ododo manose fo sa yo gbo alan kuremu amale te ko yo se ko yo sa Sam George hava egbele nyore de kwenye ya Ada iva Minister of Education. Haruna Idrisu Global Ganya umenye konya. Na uma fatukham na dollar ke chichao. Ministry of Finance. Jiru rekama kwenye nyale. Ifi afi nyabado fia propaganda ya na zamula. Nyagbe propaganda ivazu. Falan kemi de ya kemi da falan na MPP to. Ba hai haraka ko blomenye. Propaganda kwa settings kwa ngwevivi kwa QNet government. Honorable, enyagbanto nya. Ajujiro banye ajima.
Yo, akbe, maje ko madogbe ne Ewenyigba TV pola kata. Ndisi ende akope modare Ewenyigba TV be yo asenya deto. Kadogbe ni a ndisi to kata. Mi awele doji. Yes, enya heleji ya nuko edefuna mi vie ya. Because mi pobe ministry ameva ejebe de kawo de no dome neke amede minister de plonya de ya fo be o enyama ogboro mele malu medo yo gboa ejebe sam coordination de nenwai ta leke ho ba jobe America ba yo minister be le propaganda wa pele le edefu ta for now no kumia yo nyape the leadership be no intervene no para be no katutu inye problem ministries one be under the same government they maton jojo like no here be no ba call no that online no ba no no statement where we back kulitoa le show be medem ya ptg so the advice enye actually the leadership no come together no quality wa solve these issues well. And then ekbobo ho josi gbako amoka bale ministry o kabale nyawo gede koteme the Ministry of Agric because they have presidential ambition play mawela o kabala at two force and accused wrongly emi ho amenye sigbe na issue I think be subsequently I mean majority whip ever de go mebe issue ola nu kita ga meba do Ministry of Agric la have controller delay ever ya na tabe o meton disperse over a game bado go delay that the issue la will solve it. Hello, yes. Yeah, no. If that's a situation, then what kind of communication EG? Happy PR, hello PR, have Facebook, have no post my that is just if you have there na normal you know. So it's the right time there leadership of the party. I make sure I intervene. I make sure the ministries all coordinate. Allo then you me wado the kawo the Ghana pen goyi. Okay, medibe ministries were few months in government who are not even 2 years qua. Ministries they under the same government. How kunu kemi bubu chela about the nyako bolola melemo. All engage in propaganda kutola. The words was only mele pleasant to therefore us come your leadership no intervene ekponuke ya mi ape council of elders oje come be ni solve issues yawe le gome jejeke ya amedo mesemo be council of elders may have right be aba call am to order ba mere kemeka je campaign de ke gome plito de enya ya uta because no je gome fifiela government la lose focus ministries or one no attack and no followers well ask if just less than 2 years in government ya no ya allergia ma help there are issues only gbogbo je be solve currently there are issues with flooding in Accra headache government means o dibe here resolving and other pressing issues were unemployment a lot of issues only ta ekili menye enyakemi akaba no public space akaba create look the tension between the ministries where aba time call ya solve meanwhile issues only be wa address o kaka the good thing nyebe yes la belle que megbele earlier o confirm the control agboya delay or chuta me sure be within the few days probably over account la receive a ga and me sure be no receive a ga la government farmer service centers or play project you have to there to maybe awo ya boost me up agric sector create employment na amegede be nya youth o mi akpo agriculture be nye lucrative venture alo enye do na kenemi pota dem ademi youth o jibe apo do monu na amegede wa be ayiji because amegede all expecting the farmer service centers ava pele mi ape other policies for mi implementing so that be mi ape dependent on even tomatoes production pele a lot of things say mile importing cover to come be adidi and yapo why no sibalo why yijia ejebe mi ape agri sector la let me fund it because most developed countries wela agriculture la ya ope contributor alo he nabe ope to call iji ya na tabe mi have mi ato Ghana view wazomo ai Serbia ai Belarus kuto abano tomatoes pick le farm pletoa yes agri ele very important ta mele shobe issue na bele ki majority people player ya resolve it quickly so that kind of coordination and no ministries odome e wa wodo ne Ghana pengo be and mark and treat but if there are issues under the same government why can't Omaton resolve it back door where the doma for no no and nupo if you have nupo na me where allow me ko de me valiwa ya na tabe asenya fanku aba online aba call ope colleague minister be all the propaganda klitowa if you have there's an issue that may encourage council of elders be why intervene be wa solve issue ya be the kawo wa no party me ke mi government pe do se akoko daranya ajeji ape
yo ke ma bia nkekene ga chona ministry ga ministry of finance da shinchi bena ide ministry of agriculture nkekene ojewe gamana ho the control agbo babelia nkena amadenya be gamal le control agbo berera chi control agbo yema ba do ministry of agriculture totona susukata fi no laleka Ministry of Finance nyagbe infantile propaganda mionto nyadume ko nyagbe wenya propaganda. What do you have to say about it?
Yo akbe babi agbante bia be keke nene on keke ki who take yala ni maton ano because aton yes Ministry of Finance ya wa release a ga and let to process me that Novado control and counter general agbola actually wa release it to Ministry of Agriculture
ye balma copy me at Greek ministry no because these are it's a allocating agency that money that allocating the yamo a Greek ministry is a lobbying agency over gamaging that coordination moment of galoko una gare yama
oh yeah definitely coordination and right and then definitely no release one copy Ministry of Agric well you release this said amount. So definitely Minister of Agriculture process no release no any process that the only concern in pay the attachment to there is any letter to that effect. But okay, Minister of Agriculture receive letter out. Bello allow be okay maybe Finance Minister Ekbele happy work forward letter allow probably because budgetary allocations only. Kake the good thing in majority whip I confirm but there are delays all the
control Kenya majority whip ye nyamaka ye nyam de la Ministry of Finance make anye la nyame le Kenya kedo
no ake because even though yes any member of parliament and a part of the leadership of the NDC government and nukele jojola minister ameveye the same government ya ke maso ya dibia do obale nkoyo propaganda krito wa menyu that the good thing about the leadership would want to know be nuka LG ga nuka ta le show be ya na ta be o ya che work investigation where ya update kinami be delays with just have Ministry of Finance the o ya no comment nami update deke on the issue that ekemi say from the majority whip the parliament because me le sure based on FK holder I have access to information gede emia or emenya ta eya ko bla fine ta the Minister of Finance chene over issue statement there kimi yes me auto ka side that me azan eya gbo until over issue na the allow control akata general cho confirm do e ga va yo gbo ake you le delay they have na bele ke no pay salary the workers won ne wa wonu ke ake obe you have issues there with the assistant quit or delay na payment there wa yes then that one me have to me no convinced though yes this is the issue ake for me me any reason why Minister of Finance global you release a guy and then man no more because me nyabe gala Minister of Agriculture hianga when you call wado ejebe no place sit dowe the buffer stock quit or here ejebe no naga quit or here and he bleda yamaku and the government body look at on the government tamele sure but there's no way what bleo without uma wo dorekechu maybe over do alo yes maybe delay the ever tepere ya nata ko abe AGC be ya nata de statement ma hey Minister of Agri PRO or maybe Finamiu because it's the same government tane he should earlier you already communicate finance minister alonu kede chair minister no melo kuma kono no you sebe issue nu kede alo egbronya but game vow alo nu kai me communicate me here ba no Facebook no home minister you be engaging infantile propaganda. That is disrespect
to disrespect
to even the finance minister.
Yeah, but is it infantile?
Yes. No, but infantile. I mean, Devi
no. I don't first now Devi one.
Oh no, so me wanna Devi no. Tale wa you be Devi no one you wa. Le wa glosige. No, this is something actually it should come from opposition party. Me anto PR no. At least be a minister way. Me communicate with the finance minister be like Kenya issue. At the end of the day, the same minister go ibe aka bia aka no gado lobby. They have project they allow have policy they allow have here gado. Why the same minister go or budgetary allocation why jagbo na evide obo ya na 50% waka lobby but there was 60% allow 70% na because of so and so. Ya ke online la me obe engage infantile propaganda.
Emma me fiabe no. Emma me fiabe matan blode judoelo me lo kushido. Atu force mata blobo obe ya e o de vimta. No trouble next time
no ya me
just not.
Enyabe o esigbe the same party.
Yeah.
My social media aba no ma post. Your minister agba na seme. No me release the chejo. You may receive na record you first enu keke the chejo. Katu aba no social media no works ma oza nyagbewe no it doesn't help that melesho be me ape whatever the issue is menyabe jeremele minister odumeya and then even if there's any melesho be me ape leadership wa intervene quickly solve issue yeah because me ho baleji lebe minister ke o comment there allo amekele because opete me assume they have presidential ambition tamede amesadele no vie wu no lele ki wa ko no vie adaran gbabe ya kokoko ao me here fifio adele me be 12 months to election na ya issue enu ma wa no ji because e chonya ya ogbolo a statement my back wa moka je come Haruna I went through say I make it it doesn't help that is best let me address me issue in house allo in ko be Yaba no me apenu your expose be Amagedonia already live within 2 years crammy no how me show be cancel over this why intervene but the good thing be o release a guy and the gavade I do the former service centers o me akpogede at least yesterday me no discussion wo primary about yes na no ma vibe be our some plantation do quit wala yes it will help a lot of Amagede me expect be never over o to center the power commissioning the equipment, the tractors, the annual lefima. After me akpo youth case no he be you are that blair. Me akpo gedi. That it's a good one. That me the Gukune finance minister do. Later agbanu we kaba ne Ghana for the Minister of Agri they no poga no ko beto. They make up on relying so much on tomatoes importation to Burkina Faso. Me have rice importation. Play ma de didi. At least me anto produce enu ke me adu feta me akwa yin gba o le feta. And so why should me Kabano one of the highest importer of tomato paste the whole world? Let me Burkina Burkina in a desert land. Chami ofeta land le mi asimi aba no boy be mi aba le tomatoes like plito no, it doesn't help. For me, whatever issue hello doma no jagbagba no duedo be the car on enwai kemi mi aton policy they said hey he says JDM be ya wodi I told me fafa no be mi implement fully.
All right, Prince Kroponido message ra. But so good morning, Tony. Even in houses like this, please, Mr. Minister of Agri, do you also have presidential ambition for 2028 or what? As in Agoma, when me order the domain or la carita, Agri Minister had Nyajoreva, friends of Eriko Poku celebrities 50-something by the news headline. Many people Makoga Kodra, only Minya Lake me and this no friends of some other friends of Kabiawa. Ambition la machine minyama na man miona ya poka na over friends of Eriko Poku. Okay, I will glory. I'm a journalist. So what I say, friends of there is one government, one leader, friends of Macau. So it's not something I can share with you. Friends of Eriko Poku. So a writer, but maybe of ambition. Friends of Opoku. For what? When there's one Mahama. Okay, all right, that's fine. Good morning. Thank you for your message. God doing I'll confess. I'm the one doing the NDC government. All right, thank you for your message. All right, SNM, good morning. Thank you for your message. Farmers and agribusinesses need clarity on this issue. Accurate reporting and transparency is in the use and disbursement of agricultural funds are important for confidence in the sector. Thank you for your message. SNM, nyamama kokomu. Mi katuze nyako, no to yantepo. Egade ocho ganoa alobidao. These are things. You allocate, disburse. These are different words. So
yes.
Allotment of fund, disbursement of fund. Okay, where the ministry has allocated the parliament. The ministry has allocated it's not disbursed. You finance, you accounting, disbursement.
Yes.
A lot. Odibo hege omekbohio. Alo kagani. Is it I love your message as well. I appreciate that. Okay, Junobe, a monkey that honored a lion's invitation to a feast must take a seat next to a tree. A word is enough for the wise. Hey, I don't understand. No. Honorable. Over a monkey that honored a lion's invitation to a feast must sit next to a tree. A word is enough for the wise. Kese ke jatakbe vazarem azaruva ejebo nonyira chi ha. Ya jatamale nacha. Jatamale nacha.
Kese ajo jata astrado video.
Avec ce zao jata.
Ta chapo jo. Kase jata ba no juju ano fe ko lati ele.
Bugodo message an tanya ka ko ile.
Ne dem na me nya.
Se danya go na mi do hi nyama nya. All right, good morning to you, Tony. My message is so simple. Please, they should find where the money is. They should find where the money is, because if it takes 100 years, someone will be picked up. I think I understand. Yes, but Gaya Gromula, no, but Fika to Galeji, Alabe, a Palofar Kamagbo. No government I don't think it has gotten to that. No, when you do figure, meet them wagome. When you do a gado fee, when you finance ministry bomba, you dashiga, you carry the budget jiba your corner agreement ministry, you're ashiganchino. Agreement is like Bama don't have a gamma babamo. You see, this is the problem. Nyajorova Chronicle, Orang Atufosan as a number one minister. Banladonha, but me who Makata Magama Bago. Okay. Obey is the best minister. Kaka Fiera Babua, Emmanuel Boakenye lands minister, obey your best minister, and what you for fuck on your gal. I'm saying only here. So, you know, I'm going to remember QNet go me milenami. QNet. Elle chat Rome. Elle message Rome. So, kind of feel like finance minister is doing so well. When there are funds you are supposed to disburse to sister ministries to work, mega come now. I thought you would address this issue. You see, Dashi Gancha Monacho or Domia, she them Gancho, that Gavi Keva, can mutually call le inflation called Terani.
How they call inflation called Terani?
Is government spending so well?
Yeah, government is spending. We have budgetary allocation that is in a year. Hello, within the period that what on now 30%.
You are me.
I can increase it.
Ministry for Finance haga. Ofrena for tunya.
Ministry of Finance.
Oh, it's a whole conversation. You have a bedroom.
Global Minister of Finance, not financial clearance.
I don't pay. I work for them now. I don't pay salaries. If your salaries are not coming, it's a question of email. They come for them the minister. You don't disperse funds for other ministries, and you get good name that you are best performing minister. How?
Oh no, but what shows the funds will disperse?
Why is he the best performing minister? IMF has given you loans and has told you what you should do with the loans, and you are following IMF's directives. How does that make you a best minister?
No, so in this same country, IMF and Namedo loans, and like you are follow Aronia. Kake Amio country can call it junk status.
More that you are compared to IMF has given you loans and conditionalities.
If you have like Babaje, you are not at least a new Yahoo experience buyer. May experience. I can't watch me as same anybody. Yes, budgetary allocations only in various ministries way. That Minabe o budget, maybe a Gako, Aquanas recount. Why not release in tranches? VVV. Taneho called the Nawela, Pakowa Lego. Make a zen for her one over. Kimine Bukavala, Akako Zanumbu. Kakano call Ghana over. The ministers within what a gavel. Maybe he was a giddy. Gake, you release VVV. I may say, I'm like Povi, David, Muku, Akowala, Akonowa. Yeah, VVV. Omek Global say ministries, Dekebo, Finance Minister Melega, Kona you. So, Education Minister, financial clearance, but make it us no recruit. Alors make it source no pay. Ta early actual allocation or budget now. Ta finance minister la maton spend ko and look whole budget now. Maybe no be a spend we can change the benefit of parliament. Never for approval. Yapo wa wu and look whole budget now. Ta mi afete mi nyata. And no ministries like me fabe e ya melega po akọ welfare do. Unless ne the fabe melega po the yapo.
LND si abe wo nya agba mafia. From your full suggest to your district chief executives. I'm a journalist. No, I will provide evidence. Time is indeed pregnant. Time will tell where dirty rainwater will pass through. Atasa Mukwi Pashu. Mess the language Mamlago. Atasa Gome. Time is indeed pregnant. Time will tell. I think I want to say time will tell where dirty rainwater will pass through. Okay, all right. I think the last one here. Okay, Sigaro message. We can see who will be asked out in the first government reshuffle. Someone will be kicked out. Is it Minister of Agri or what? Maybe Minister of Agri. I don't think so. I don't think so. All right, the car.
Hitting hard. Fine.
Okay. Message Joe Emmanuel Kusobok and he has become one of my regular testers. I like your message. Brother Tony, I greet my brother with you. He is speaking well. I want to tell Agri Minister and Finance Ministry that they must have patience with each other. Take my greetings to my brother Christian Jikunu and wife Agatha. All of them are in whole mirage. Okay, beautiful. Novi Emmanuel Kusokobe Idogbene ye novio Christian Jikunu close on the mirage de Hofia. Chokaka we Baduna Mababa. Taha Yona Grombono Ulabenba TV. Yaha Ndishan Dia Mekano Batono Christian Jikunu Cho Mirage. All right, I think those should be our last message. Do you have something to say on that very last one?
No, so Nabeleke Nigbla, yes, Minister of Finance have released MLSO within the week what resolve issue, because the Agri Ministry farmers will play a lot of other sub organizations who are all gayajo, they gavane neyo echiekile jaja, echie who nyale yuko amekitoa jenupa. Siblings were yes, a chijawiki
fertilizer. Yeah, fertilizer. Cry Feed Ghana program there, which is the Ministry of Finance Biology. Yeah, Kuklova Ghana, who mafia. Inko global Kuklovi 1,000 kweba.
Okay.
Gaka 682 echagbe. Safaji agama. Yegblonye finance. All the assembly, information about assembly. I feel cover gota. I don't have to confirm ya. Kuklubi 1,000. Ye almost 300 and nane maku. Emi babia bako kuku maraka allocations achiko platon du platon Roma fa on time. Fifia ayika yo ko fifia yo baduramba rokomu gapo. Afi all disbursement. Ebe wow. Ta ni magoblon bele ko ebe minister onya badu kokrola de wona autome. Akpa ya kokon kitikiti nyeto. Sam Georgia network o Plato maybe your mona divi ehanyo to peside ma mashama nyefato gake no yi Ministry of Finance bo over gamele ready Ministry of Finance bo gamele ready na Ghana to Japan to bo ki network mo le o black ko kitikiti ko vie ba mo ko vi dollar ko vi ko ba yemi gere nyame technical people pe de shibe achiko ngudu aleke Ghana sok bere ko me ko vi de ko mi cover ogbojo aka Ghana sok bere chika belele na noni Ministry of Finance. Ghana dollar CD dollar. So when this thing happens, the first side the ministry at home you for dollar make guy kaji you not teru acho wodoa you ma gakpo nya left me vignom nya le nya 7 years. I'm not criticizing you, I'm helping the government.
Sure.
That ministry I know the government
and very true. Ekem chema kwa da penyebe neke ami ohuko position na obere na lead ko nkiti initiative efube maton adoa ejebe na resign. Why am I saying so? Now a government fair flagship allo policy gande kanye nkuto nkiti ya edef na claim the finance minister boy abeg gamelioni tawa bubranya. Where do you go next? Ejebe na the next authority.
Any authority ka.
Hey, maybe even to the government, allo chief of staff. I tell the minister be gamelio. Ya nyaba o government be kokrovio o cover allo o flex play me ape gade. O le kuku because you make profit play article hele to donewa. Nuka wa ba bubranya. You go to the chief of staff.
Chief of staff is
no.
Chief of staff is HR.
No, the chief of staff body. No. From chief of staff like me take then okay to the president. Oh, this is the issue. Maybe next
we are old Babajamba, your own your no so equal like my guy, Yatawonga, your boom, your beast on Berugara, but what you do is infantile is childish. A gamelio, even and Yamaka home and the ministry, you may have a gamelio, you must sugar cover 2,000 chief of staff because Yamal government. Because I mean, the Toji is transparent. No, Choco, Mark, the treasure of Napomo, Kone, at the Choma, infantile.
You are very the next Medehile, Nane Walker, Pobo, Mele ministry, and night at dawn, Amele Jewa. Look how nehe oche o party ele juweme o mediba oni a party eni akọ party e fe gbele fe ko cover gota na monu pono no wolu ke the party wudi wa make sure be ameke to he wa yo le party eme alo le government lenu ke le ji ameke no you to order alo e wole na bebe do na mele ji o koko vi ole kuku policy government policy ke le failing because bebe emele ga release ore yes kini wa to mo majigba nefe toji ka hemele nyonyore yafe wa nyale ke wa ifi yafe wa bano elufo ke da bo wa nyabo oche la gbagba chefe kake enuma ime nyabe yiji alome yiji ya all of a sudden because mi nyabe government policy ya nkuko kitikiti investment bilbo ya mele sure be the president la man no ibe nkuko kitikiti policy ene fail.
Okay, me no terefia just a last one. You see nyanye mo kwese be ame na mdora mia o masamo o jigara o masamo la TV station only joka gaton cho nyao sanhu afi o kona nyao fo afi ngona do rami. So I believe they are very intelligent.
Yes,
both the custodian da over fierce I beg your pardon, finance agric ministries in fierce battle over 1.6 billion mystery cash ke balamakama Banama for the over friends of Eric Opoku marks his 56th birthday with donation. Is he me yao yo jebe mi alamo na mi onto mi afa nyai marama globe mi o de denye yo lala. But finance agric ministries in fierce battle over 1.6 billion mystery cash. Ogo blombedi na jiru gada shi ganji ande manya agric de kwenye ministry jiruva donya ba ora shi ganji gaya budget we aklo ho fifia fimia shi ganji gaya onji. This budget was read when in December or so November last year. Yeah, this is not anything to shout about. A gantokrava do you bohado the vimwe amenya bloma ye global holoma be o jigbazaru over o donation. Nobody jeshikema
ejebede I make he bronya nye ya ba le donation e me ya le donation e wa
over friends of Eric Opoku.
No, friends of Eric Opoku. Ya great minister.
Great minister.
Gake ameke ministry bloody. Piaro ya le enyama glo.
De be agbo na mo de refi le TV be agbo na piaro mo na mo loro ko sia. That's a big joke.
No, Tade, maybe the weddings do maybe ame piaro.
No, me to piaro la rokisia.
No,
Josephine
every president
Abrahams do no na na e minister of the region Gunuma initiator.
Every president minister.
Yes.
Kake edoche de amedope enyabe mile
nyasoro mi gere ngamna Kasiel at the forcing of all people. Piaro na yobe enye de vinwola piaro na yo kasiel at the forcing be enye de vinwola o dasha gbaramata ko kakare ya horo te ko eme ya home in 24 hours ko menye minister e de gbanyo
esele du ko ke me
that should be a big joke.
Ejo chile ECG amedo global health ruler
minye mi akpo minye nyon vima minye twufima mi akpora bede Eric Opoku fashimele mo iju ewuro no a afi piaro na yo minister cabinet minister of such magnitude be enye de vinwola efebe na no yo bu dembre choche fuka ka kasia de ka sembe nga enkore kasiel antware a chance ko fumu yo la yo dome. In their view you should be joking. Your government should be joking. If that PRO is on its own calling Ato an infantile propagandist, you should be joking. Nyama blower word nyamia sorang.
So the best thing about ministry abelek magbedongwa the ministers or no coordinates no phone no communication and then if the Minister of Finance ne challenged earlier ne gbele ya de me hia be me akom ya fe avovuvu aba no gbogbo le public me amegede wa no that Malaysia be within the coming days why resolve issue wherever delays or disagreement earlier yes why resolve it. And oftentimes ejebe me ape minister share no budget vie maybe over the cakball or you ma what on push be no one ga keje be ache no movie de akwa na go ahead alo akwa na authorization be na no because at the end of the day what be okay enu ma he already impact can we have. Is it going to be negative for the party impression public I have for the government? Government, I power just merely the 2 years job, and this thing is happening. Can we how? So it's better the leadership of the party who take strong stance on some of this, but discipline. Then why? Mercy, brother, for me.
Kenya no go blonde mi koni dorare mi akwe sami jefri kwe basintale how pleto. Yada ndona mi bono journalist at the point but go somebody. Their lack of a proper communications outfit will take them to opposition. Boy, Ebo Kufo Tama, senior minister Enonya, senior minister J.H. Mensa, Enoyi, a coordinate na nyashanya ke gwa meshamale. Kufo ngoni le COVID-19 na kojo opon kumare nonai. Ike coordinate nya tamara akobe nanado da papa gbo nyaro kaka gbagba pare baje. Opon kuma to get a TVG the following day. Control man. There is no perfect government. Nyime ma mareke kpomike fagbenya authoritative voice ke ashi Trump alododo wom le bagbapo yongo, and you have a presidency communication. We don't need that. We don't need presidency communications. We need a ministry of information. Economy bienya enyashanya kwa. What Nyata Yiregbo, you know, is a minister that you can assess in the ministry, it's not in the presidency. Ayo. But Balamaka Michok Balama, that same newspaper market, custodian market, but reinstate CAT CEO now, minority demands, labels, suspension, political scapegoating. The same custodian quickly. Oboglombe Comfort Noche Teaching Hospital top Domagaika Minister for Health Dr. Pomina Kando Nyabereba no kuma koshira no drum mapakulina no igbovan no ogana la ba ye biebe do blogbe umaga mahogere emergency ye o lonreji enabe MPP ton ho Oboglombe amanto a do man hia okpoma ba melendi si amoene. War politicized. But let's go into perspective. Let's go into perspective. Just one suspension. NPP sees it as a political witch hunt. Doctors and nurses go on strike because of one action of a minister. Doctors and nurses. Doctor and nurses all Comfort Noche Teaching Hospital. The board chairman, Comfort Noche Teaching Hospital, Ashanti Region, suspension of the chief executive officer for 2 weeks. Pursuant to Section 36I of the Ghana Health Service and Teaching Hospitals Act, 1996 Act 526, I am respectfully directing the board to suspend the chief executive officer for a period of 2 weeks with immediate effect for causing to be announced the suspension of admissions of emergency cases to the Comfort Noche Teaching Hospital on Wednesday, June 3, 2026. He will be required to report to me upon the expiry of the 2 weeks. If you are done, TV, please put the message out for me, the presser out for me. Baladema Minister of Agric Nodo, the board chairman, Comfort Noche Teaching Hospital, Yoroshi, over Domagajibo. None of Makoshira Omove. Nakoshira Vadea, never ego legi. The chief executive admitted before me on Wednesday, no. There is a press statement, there is a letter. The chief executive admitted before me on Wednesday, June 4, 2026, that he acted contrary to the clear directives of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, by that said announcement. Nkejo John, Oba Amos Bokeke Balanamvie no Itadeve, Oba Amoyo Dono Afokupata dollar la for le confano teaching hospital yo abachi meliu Ewwenyigba mlo amogota mlo remata maka ma hogere fun ne na ne jo nyakofoko pata nu hwe konje bubu ye minister banka afo ya dem do maga lekin dokita gan kala confano teaching hospital no a da fo gbogbo abeto kokpro la gbro nyare ke nchi o chati tro nyai ke kokpro la gbro me biage rum ku nyai ke tututu kokpro la gbro ike closing of limiting of admissions to emergency ward and that's the first thing. So that would be like insubordination. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. The meeting was attended by the chief director, technical advisor, and the legal advisor to the minister. I also took note of an interview granted by the head of public. So let's leave that one. So I think we can stop right there. Bana Adogo, Kwame Nakando, Dr. Kwame Nakando, Minister of Health, Yegawoya.
Doctor.
Me doctor. Kwame Nakando, me doctor. Ekinye doctor. Kwame Nakando.
Me doctor.
Okay, that's fine. Da Kwame Nakando bana foto be Emile Fiavia. Neso mo dom kolebolo. Emergency ward. Tana funa fona madefia. Korokoi. N'ambulance comme ping pong o me gbona ba ko le bu fifela kaka me pon nyaade le fidad be kaba zo me na ba national labor commission ba no throw your point because they have not exhausted all the channels. That's another conversation. Nke du kopala gbro ike afforded their church serenchi yo allo is a mere breach of Hippocratic
le to come abe just let it over here. We probably the capable engineer there. Obefui. Okwecha hospital opete ogbebe yo ma kwamio. With the claim be abamelio kaka bo amieku. And through that I set up committee. And the committee open ya ogedela ele dole mebe no make a turn away accident victims or patients or hewa akova female. And President Chair confirmed the hospitals where no make a turn away accident patients were over with the claim the bed menu. Now, fast forward, and working in a government institution, a government koji as big as Okonfanoche Teaching Hospital. Now, will be a take decision. The health minister Melewa, allo government Melewa inform me be. Okay, even though the government was say, then you make a turn away accident victims or gake enuke heleji ile you boyke that jebene you turn away a consulta. Allo consult your health minister be make a turn amio and make a nyamio health minister I propose alternatives wa.
Question bantu me nya Kenya directive allo gbere de ke du kopola. I want to ascertain that.
Du koprola pe enyaho gboro nyebede. Hospital de ke mekpomo amede evuafwe afoku ajo wakodo no vede mi agboro de abameli da mi anya mi obo no kwa mi okoju alo mi adasila mi obe ne he ebuke cover one of o me aku aw o mekpomo ejebe na find means we he issue ke he jobe de kakwe ma he evufwe e ambulance obey you call reach police hospital department obi to ba meli o me den me kaka okula ya nya ya ojo committee e be find this special recommendation kwa che estate dem be no make a turn away dono
tane te pa yo han no
accident yes no find miss that if you no
dogo ne te pa yo ne mi trafaga yo na shai into nyankuma ambulance va dia mo mandre nurses so cho other wards maternity public health feel ke o mele so busy o katawa pe runji ovulom fifia obo homeyo ta be president be ne dono va afoku pata dono va mo ga nyawo no ho no
the federal make here o have na no be charge alo the federal na be na ide trafaga fifia ke a homeyo kake nkuomela o ka create space ta eje the hospital so ano innovative me he aiba bamelio let's say the word them about pete for other was only maybe you discharge am about empty ta if the hospital lecture no may have bed management system one hey Amos okay na hey labor ward ya o discharge am the bed empty ya obe emergency am go quickly me nyaba o discharge am all of maybe o may admit wo ta quickly me call bed man cover efficacy
to ward me I cover
yes I cover for me na charge area ko mi pa mi ogbo enyo be ni anu be o bed mele ami an ogbo ka
ta na do maga le confano ti hospital yo be te pa yo go ta ha yo
okay
nya jojo le ma tade mo ga isi mega no susuma no be yo cho dono pin pon pipa ko ba be te pa yo ho yo epe na dono sugbo wu te fa ke na nya be doctor o pre nurse o ke do ma ha do wu rabo cho aba khemare dare home aka gota to wa subo awu home to tare yo ro sia modi nya ro gbonye listen very well now you say we meje be mi anoin ko assume a doctor prenesis or kafla do mo nya mo nyi domo chibibia nya ama subo na ma doctor ka yafi ko ma ga nya ka omo nurse ka atutu amagba atutu hu ka ko ma ga nya ka do chiu the president directive under the circumstance. O gbogbo mi ga lo mo wa fun ma do ma yan. Afongana ma ka konji via da blegbo. But ko nya go se mi. That at least better than never. Na amo na pobo na ma le critical na mo ra ko be confirm no. This is the explanation.
Ebe nyada. Ebe o enu ojo bi afọwa to ngbo. Kaka yes, e we doctor Haley alon ka make here bambe o pa for okay afọ ke lekola. No kwekwe de koya jiru kemi quickly no kwekwe de
emergency stop right there emergency panyanya and I go emergency immediate ya na ambulance akoma pin pon kwa straight na emergency ala ba fu papa mama ta yi immediate okọ congivi afia no refer mo tamere ku mi na she refer aponya ese na opulo ma fe o takla na nkore nyi ma ko ka congivi ma ko ka municipal afia na straight to Tafara
ta nyama egbobedi ne ko azun bo ko ba ta de o
pa de pe sube na ma de yo klope bebedi ya na municipal na make pe tagbale no fe Tafara at least go yo tu tefa at least are you getting what I'm trying to say that by the time a kulto yi the municipal do ma ya mara okuna kaba la fima Tafla alo do ma yo da mara ba chime
evo enya ya ke brody e na be doctor emergency yo e fe ball busy maybe amede la batiema maybe drip ko le jira e issue la make a sound ka ya chela e la ba me ta maybe ya be doctor concentration attention make la ya ji so ma sigbo
mi trouble onya gbota go present abe te pa yo amuno yi
ebe no yes te pa yo no make sure be first aid ki wa o all of brobedi
no mega joponya president abane te pa yo amuno yi fa
emergency accident emergency no vade at least na hemi nyabe over te pa yo accident emergency ambulance vado okay te pa yo abamele yo aton kwami o na mi nyabe de even as ambulance me kwa chede ya che waton treat amele finibo waton provide first aid de da me akos na be na example in boy ma fe nya ogbo no gbogbo be o enu ke no boy ma wa he bo he fu ho ba kodo fuma first aid le na no wo na egba stop the blood e fu pe dodoa na akip be no ko transfer kwa che for wala academy ka ke mi me kono mi be yo ma ho o ba accident ambulance vado mi be yo ma ho mi kwa na kono he fu le dodo achieve one de le ambulance ma at least e wo fe e wo
if ya wo studio medicine how many if ya be confirm noche doctor gbogbo de e do sugbo wu yo amu sugbo wu amu le ko ta mo no yin gba do no ba ti o do ha mo no yin o mo lo ba fo ji ko ta ha be ayo ye o be minote ku hia de valo ye ko myo ngbe yo do ba ke ne la senya o ji ne la ke yo doctor ko ne si so ka lo ka to ba go mi va do wo politician va do bi na do no enyo wa
o ya enu kanyo e ko be ma be enyo wa e si e ko be de enu ode enye he me have experience e me kono ko de 37 abamele o ta he mi afi mi ayi e ke mi reference ya afi mi ayi a o ba abamele o e fa mi chele fu pele vevese ka mi va do abamele o ta stretcher nu ke da yin gba ya ba ko darale Ayin ba ya ko daranya o le gbogbo ba le nuke do ne ba o na yo didi verses ya no vide at least all innovative vide be am ma no fu pele ho mo at least
ko enya sese now
o jabagba be
agenda wa Ghana
afifie kede
agenda wa Ghana enya sese now
megbo nu fu pe megbo na megbo fu ma we
nya sese now
de fifie kede government ele effort o adoke some facilities we hele area o mede ni awon dollar minya be ma compare by the previous government la hospital no policy or people mo na neko fifia ke government e ba tui e be o ya wo dollar fifia ke health minister no gbogbo be yo auditors wala almost done o auditing level ta no wo for people la kimi wa pe okay e do de e gane na ka suso mi akoka ko do
na wo audit man de fifia doctor de obiji ta dono le emergency a doctor mo logbo nurse mo logbo ta me ba bia me de minta kando de fifian ka oge mi ala mi bu pamangbo ta mi na bia do gana mo
me carriage be consultation elegy and then very soon our address issue
ta ale ke mi ka account da for ever di la jogbaji ade yi o yi strike o bona de kuku ela di o ela di la jamo
e pe be de share de e secular dodo ile next year I take decision there amede wo call direct me ta wa inform am obo enu kele ji ile fe ko ji kelo decision ke bi I take lo ke mi ne ya cho obo go ahead that why ga ke o ma to no do ko esiko ada afoke bi awo
da afo ya minta account adere me biambe de enyu
anabe discipline anwan enyu for me me ko benyu
ko ke fifia dono ko da baji
enyu
o ma bianya o me se benyu re mesi tafia dono kala baji yiko chiwa fore yama amaro egba ojebo de pop no echo ojebo do pop no close wo mo gafo beto yo le yamade nka ogo la chonje fi
so far la me se be discussion so le jita minya be by close up there wa je dogo me se be necessary a nti ya necessary le dowa le ko jita
amade fafana melo manyamba no be mi sebe nesi so doma fafana me go na nye ness ene la pome ene kasha mane chicho na pote fakata ama ba malo faraka ama blaton ene la pome ba you are supposed to be on duty even the nyale ke emergency cases ole o chichi nya kama da madam
kemide ya che job de na he medical super emergency ole bava accident jo amopa for nge ya o cover enyabe Konfanoche teaching hospital yanye referral hospital na about 3 nuketa na accident ejole kinta po no flima opete hokoba oko cover na Konfanoche tawe amele fafade dono ma ya nwa na over at least the best he will resolve issue kenyebe de to inform government ekpobe ya na tabe politics e bala mevalo
because the no in the fear de be abrobo mo china government
because enukele
no terefia
efia be enyenuke pomela efia be government mele involve alo me blame government me blame government be de afoke bi ade be ya stop enu ya me blame because they no blame man in law government have find means every means possible the government have find means be wa solve it
ka fa ma bia me enya na no glombe Hippocratic oath dey oath ma ikinya jogbere Mike dokita odere be your wa vle agbeta gba government mele molo in the signing of that oath dey doctor anton nyemyo yebo wa ko vle agbeta anya go se me ta ne amochuna kintampo ochuna depo vovo even sunanyi kra aba fuma ye bogbombe de te fayo ta yo tu te fa bokpo suba na accident jode yi the hospital ro ko doctor let me private hospitals only they are resourced anya go me me amare le fi akafla me advert una abata yi doctor amaka gbofia ko we de ko amana no gbogbo at least duanenya be te fa ayo yo tui to gagama gbogbo je mi akone ni ko bia ma bo le yin ala
yes because under operating under government they are low institution there tanehe koke de he va o pe do na unde wa gboro ne do to be o e do he ko nam de koke ke va won kelo leke mi awe amova gbeche hiade e vo mi awe ko yen ko keji ko lo keji de leke enuke do critical nuke do la mi awe e va mo be agbe hiade leke mi awe kemi minister ado afia for do pewe Ben na wele ekwebeniketa politics eleme valley. There's an over the past 8 years day. Ome se kpobe de enu yaleji okofanochi. Ya na ta MPP to ba gere mebede maybe because be you pay ame ole gbobe you pa me tara na ta NDC to le nu mawo. If you have under previous 8 years day emergency measure is it only under NDC ya emergency you nobody no politics cause them MPP to no politics them are then politics are buying because under the previous government don't all emergency ole or confanoche kai mi se bobe medical or suspend.
All right then.
So look at the way ke this around MPP to around because the Yoruba mental NDC to le mawa. Issue le fife ke government
be nya biamo onye gblo MPP to ko ma glo be agbala de bro bale hold on me fion agbala de custodian be gbogbo mbale and I'm saying that gbogbo mbale nia enam afforded the minister that no mon papa mo nya o politics awo paklenya aka enya abek trained journalist manya biamo de so these are the messages Kingsford what do you know about health issues? Is this the type of health minister that the country needs? Come on, no. Let's wise up and let's move away from these things.
What are you saying? The health, what do you mean by health?
The health minister, all right, good morning to you, Tony. This is Togwigaro Message Ram. What is the need for a probe when the problem has existed for so long and is known to all? Of all the plenty past probes and connumpties, alo committee connumpties, what has mistake you may never know these guys and communities, what has come out of them? Or you have stopped the nonsense and allow those who know to do their work. Some unwise people become politicians, and overnight they presume expertise on health issues. I think I like what he's saying. I think I'm a doctor, although that she expects to know, but the problem is also known for long. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. So, Amado mentioned, was the CEO's actions not in the interest of patient care? How can you go to emergency and lie on the floor? I think you want to say lie on the floor of a hospital. Do you know how many infections you can obtain from the floor? The minister's actions are very unnecessary. Elikem, stop it. You see? Oh, no, wait.
Yeah.
Let's not jab the people one.
Yeah. Yes, I know problem at that moment improvise, and the only thing
sack that CEO.
So that is the first of think critically and oh no, how do you improvise?
Hold on.
The only thing you sanitize the area, and that is it.
Sack that CEO.
So what are we saying?
When you people
what are we saying?
Sack that CEO when people in power. What did you tell us? You can appoint and disappoint. What has changed? Transfer that. Transfer that. I won't mention that F word to Choco Polyclinic. Kumodi Agbeli Kumodi, but sack him and find someone to replace him. Absolute nonsense. Over doctor, war ward, and then grab an emergency. Over doctorless strike. You don't know what you are talking about. You don't know what you are talking about. You know more for one of politics. Hold on.
No,
President Belarus. Hold on 1 second. President of Belarus. Beautiful things coming from Belarus. I want us to look at Belarus quickly. Beautiful things. Some countries are nice. A new story just came a pop-up from Huide. Let's just see something. Mama honors breast heroes in Belarus. President John Dramani Mahama has led a wreath at the Breast Hero Fortress Memorial Complex, paying homage to soldiers and civilians who resisted the Nazi invasion during the Second World War. The solemn act anchored his diplomatic visit in historic reverence. And according to presidential communications, Mr. Mahama was accompanied by Ghana's ambassador and all that, Dr. Steam Jehu Apia, advisor Joyce Mukhtari, Belarusian foreign ministry officials, and representatives from Ghana. Governor Piotr Aleksandrovic of Brest guided the delegation through the preserved ramparts, barracks, and chapel that remain testament to defiance amid devastation. The fortress, situated on the Polish frontier, stands as Belarus' emblem of indomitable spirit. Beautiful thing, but a toma or about menela. But yeah, okay, yeah, to Coquala to so much called Dara in Korunku, American Belarus, ko wofu, a card of Hitler, Nazi Germany, Baba Jambaya. Ya cho Europe ya cho passa sa kudu ko ya bloco Europe to o bu wa ba o bon tepo o piero da ko duji ta o ba fia mo kule tonchi afia o wanyara la Hitler po so jonchi blato ta Mahama e ba fuma ni gbomo nya kokon etu e ba mene and that's a big for it over church ya da la fuma enye fika Ŋdi Wɔna, and that's a beautiful thing happening in Belarus. Mama le Belarus. Over Joyce Baba Mukhtari Peto Mikano not Beregumo. Okujeto Alodo Malo. Name go Ganeva. Yeah, that's the Belarusian leader.
Yes, so
that's a quick one. Final comments.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
At least I can sell Ghana out there. At least, especially.
Oh,
me sure no way.
Go